What's up? What's up? We up. We up. Friday, TGIF. What's up, y'all? What's up? Back again. What's the word? What's good? We live. Intro. What's good, y'all? We're back again. What's up, Reese? What's up, Miss Bryant? What's up? What's up, all y'all? Everybody in the back and the front. We back on the web. We back on it. Another week. What's up, y'all? We're gonna heat up. It's Friday, man. Long week. What's up, Trending? What's up, Ty Duke? Shout out to everybody that's up. What's up, Dramatic? Shout out to the new people. What's up, Ty? What's up, Jermaine? Everybody. Also, salute to everybody, Cash App, Super Chats. Hopefully some of y'all caught that live last night. We're going to get into it today. We got a lot to talk about. Once again, everything is an update. IRV GOTTI, brother, is saying some of the stuff I said already. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Y'all know how we do. What's up, Found Element? What's up, Tiger? What's up, Humble? Everybody's up this morning. What's up? All right. Y'all see this year going quick. It's May already, about to be June. It's getting hot. I don't even know what happened to the winter. I don't know what happened, y'all. I just know everything flying. What's up, Latasha Jordan? What's up, LJ? What up? What's up, Shirley Lees? Good morning. Yeah, we about to get into it, y'all. Yeah, what's up, Nikki 715? I see you. Miss Mo Better. What's up, Big Dre? All right. We're going to be talking about today. We're talking about a lot. I don't think I can even say everything. I know we're going to talk about Draymond Green's stupid ass. Because, he tried to use the card, y'all. He tried to use the card. So, America don't just run off Duncan. America run off racism as far as American media. So, that's the truth. Without racism, the media wouldn't make no money. So, then they know anytime there's nothing going on, the race stuff always going to go on. It's always going to be, y'all know either it's going to be a racist trial or it's going to be a racist incident. It's always going to be something. That's why I say on this channel, I don't cover agendas. Or, I already know how this thing works, y'all. So whatever's the national news, I don't really cover the national news because the nation already covered the national news. I cover the news that the nation don't want to cover or, whatever. So anyway, I saw that stuff with that guy Nichols in court and all of that. But like I said, I know what's up with that from the beginning. So that's all it is with that. All I've been doing is watching the changes of the country on this money stuff. And I've been watching these laws. That's what I've been watching. I've been watching who been getting in trouble. I've been watching who been going to court. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been watching. Man, oh man, boy, oh boy. Then Bill Gates popping out. Bill Gates trying to start beef with Elon. You see this stuff they be doing? Yes, man. Yes. Beef, Star Wars, man. We're gonna get what's up, Melanie? I'm letting y'all pull up. It's Friday, man. I ain't in no rush. I know people get up late on Friday too. What's up, EK69? What's up? What's up, all y'all? What's up? What's up, Denise? Good morning. What's up, Bird? Good morning, Carmen. I know y'all ready. What's up, Wolf? What's good? What's up, Lavish? That's right, tech versus tech. Bill Gates started beef with Elon, man. But like I said, we've been talking about all, we've been talking about all of them. I've been talking about all of them. Just finished talking about them yesterday. And then, like I say, I know what's going on right now. I know, but I don't know. Meaning, I know where it's going at, but I don't know what's going to be unveiled because most of the stuff is not going to be unveiled between now and 2028. Stuff like that. Like I said, from what I'm seeing, once everything gets cooled off and all this stuff that's when everything going to start coming out. Anyway, y'all, top of the top, we about to get into it, y'all. Y'all waited long enough. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody that is up right now. Yeah, everybody's going to catch the replay on the back end. It's all good. What else? We're going to be talking about Smokey, man. We're going to be talking about y'all uncle, man. We're going to be talking about y'all uncle, man. Told y'all with so much stuff going on, I couldn't get the Smokey, man. We're going to get the Smokey today, man. We're going to get the Smokey because it's Friday, man. We're going to talk about Smokey. Ah, man. So you mean to tell me Smokey was an old perv, huh? You mean to tell me at 80-something? Smokey is weird, y'all. He's weird. Smokey is also. We going back to Motown with Smokey. Remember how I was telling y'all how they played a lot of tricks on people back in the day with them black and white TVs? How they used to trick the hell out of those people. All right. Was Smokey Robinson supposed to be black? I don't know. But how the hell Smokey had green eyes with and afro? All I'm saying is this, man. They were just pranking people back then. But yes, all of them are perverts, man. So Smokey allegedly was beasting out. We're gonna get into that. Because it's a reason why they always get those housekeepers that can't speak English. It's a reason for that. Spoke about that before too. You know, they ain't gonna let nobody in that mansion work for them that can tell. Get it? And they do play a dirty game. They get illegals. So that's what I'm telling you. It's so many examples on how the celebrities deal with illegals or illegal activity. See, they like to get them illegals that's not supposed to be here. So whenever they see in that mansion, they can't tell. They can't say nothing. They can't go nowhere. They can't tell. Get it? That's how it always been, y'all. That's how the housekeeper could be there. Somebody done got RIP'd on the property. They ain't gonna say nothing. The celebrity and they're doing drug, whatever. They can't say nothing because the housekeeper know everything. The housekeeper know they got doodle stains in their drawers, all that. You know what I'm saying? The housekeepers know everything. So they make sure they get them illegal and can't speak English. But it all deals with that trafficking, y'all. See how I just told? See how they can have a housekeeper that don't speak English, ain't supposed to be here, but that's really a slave, y'all. And it could be somebody they buy them and no salary. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all this stuff is deep. It's so many ways it's laid out. Same way they can buy a housekeeper, same way they get whatever they want. So that's that. All of this is wrapped in it, y'all. When you got people like Smokey Robinson could have had these people on his property, he could have had them in bondage for years. So like I said, I ain't get to go into it deep, but I will. But my point is, I know how this whole thing go. Because a little while ago, people forget Diddy had a lawsuit on him for one of his housekeepers. Then it was when Michael Jackson passed, his housekeeper started telling a lot of stuff. Yeah. And it's the reason why they get them where they can't speak English, from the gardeners, the lawn people, all of that. Yeah. So like I said, even when you look at these bum-ass celebrities, you'll see they still won't hire no regular people. Like if you had your own company, they ain't gonna hire you. They just like that. Anyway, let's go. Top of the top. All right. We up. Shout out to everybody. Everything will be time snap, man. I just had to holler at y'all real quick because y'all know when I take off, I'm gonna take off. It's Friday. All right. Like I said, we spoke about this yesterday. They didn't want to get Sam Cooke, and it's a reason why nothing got established. It's a reason why if we add them all up, we're gonna have over $10 billion plus. If we add all the billionaires up, that's over $10 billion. If we add up all 100 millionaires like Nelly and Lil Wayne, and it's gonna be a lot of billions. So anyway, like I said, they all of them are on. All of they ass are on. Yeah, y'all later on happy hour, we're gonna be playing pick one. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna be playing pick one. We're gonna have fun later. All right. Anyway, right? Like I said, man, they'll never be bigger than the corporations. They are corporations, but the thing is, they're lesser now and they're irrelevant. So, like I said, y'all, it's all playing out. It's all panning out. It's like if I said the rap game or certain entertainment is dead, all these other companies are gonna still keep making money every day. And that's how it works, y'all. All right. It was the biggest money maker that all of these companies made money off of. Like I can just freestyle I can look at FedEx and remember when music was popping and it had to be shipped through FedEx every day, 24/7. So I can even say music even helped FedEx blow up. I know how this day worked, y'all. When music first hit the internet, Yahoo was the first thing popping. More than Gmail. Yahoo made money off all this. See, everything is all together, man. When they tell you about them foreigns, they know you're gonna run and get that BMW and that Benz right there. You don't see too much of Chevy and Ford. No, these are the brands everybody can start, right? Boom, boom, boom. Then it was a beef between what? Galaxy and iPhone. So like I say, y'all, every day, that's what it is, what it always been, just that people didn't understand that. Another thing the one world order was when all the companies come together, all the corporations come together and do business with each other and do business with everybody. Why you think the past 5 years to a decade, you started seeing a lot of brands merging? I broke this down to people before, they didn't get it. Like everything ain't sexual, y'all. That whole cross thing, a lot of things started crossing. People would cross branding first. Brands that didn't even rock with each other started cross branding. One of the first places you saw it was with clothes. You saw a lot of cross branding. Like when I saw Gucci cross branding with North Face, Gucci cross branding with Adidas, Fendi cross branding with Versace. When I saw I spoke about it before, I think it was the Oreo. They did the Oreo with the Ritz cross, something like that. It was something like that. Yeah, they did something crazy. They did the Ritz with a Chips Ahoy cross. And I was telling y'all back then, the fusion, the cross, that's what the world we in. Mixing stuff up, getting different things out of that. Plus, now with the products and all of that, it's the same thing when people got bored. People got bored with regular stuff. All right. So one more thing I'm going to say is, it's like how you deal with your apps. Remember, okay, boom. Remember before it was just go to the website you like. But then you started seeing you can go on this app and share. They all started sharing together, but they all wasn't like that. Right now, as we speak, what Subway got the Subway Dorito joint sandwich. So I'm just saying, I see cross branding every day, but these brands didn't used to do that. So even when you deal with that one world, it deal with business too. All businesses coming together. Remember when iPhone didn't even deal with certain things that were under Microsoft? Like all of these things have been over with. Because now it's all about corporation. All right. And that's why it go back to the celebrities, because if they're not good for the corporations, they're not wanted. So let's go. Ashanti exposed. But this ain't the trash, Ashanti. This ain't the trasher. It's just that Ashanti was being fake. I'm going to be real. She was being fake. She was being fake because she did try to play Irv like he was a nobody, like he was the lowest of a cornball, like he was like nothing to her career. And he did make her career. He did. But also in this Irv Gotti Ashanti thing was very important. It showed you the importance of when you mix business with pleasure. That's another people's biggest downfall. People need to learn from that too. In this day, don't be stupid. Mixing business with pleasure is not worth it, y'all. Let's go. If Irv and Ashanti never would have started messing with each other on that level, look how much more music they would have made. So they was making hits. Look at how they destroyed themselves. They was making hits. But once they started messing with each other, what happened to the career after that? So I'm just showing you this always happens. Always. But in my opinion, y'all, Ashanti always was cool. I always liked her music, but Ashanti was always like a little girl to me. For some reason. I don't know why. She's not a little girl at all. She's not at all. But for some reason, it's like, put it like this. She was like cute to me. Like I said, her and Beyonce was like the same. They were like, because she was always with her mother too. Ashanti got like the same exact story as Beyonce, damn near. Her mother was her manager. And like Irv Gotti brother said, Ashanti had deals before she got with Murder Inc. People don't know that neither. She was around before that too. But Irv did make her star. He did. Because it's one key thing his brother said that's a fact. And we all know about Irv. In the studio, he don't play. When the studio, he did know how to come out with them hits. And in the studio, he wasn't dealing with that lacking stuff, like for real. So he was pushing Ashanti buttons to do her best. But the thing is, it was just foul because, like I say, this is the thing that been going on, y'all, where people know damn well the role you might have played in their life, for good or bad, and people are trying to trash you and throw everything out the window, especially when you're dead. At the same time, use you for a come-up. Now, first of all, what Irv was wrong, what he did to her, yes. While he was wrong, he used that against her to not pay, to take over her music. But it was also because a key thing, when Murder Inc. got in trouble, by the gov, and they had to go to court. That's when Ashanti left them to go with Nelly. Now, I understand that was a smart, like that was for her career to sustain because she had to get that dirt off her. So the reason why she was with Nelly the first time, y'all, was to get dirt off her. That's why I say I saw her do this twice. The first time she got with Nelly to get dirt off of her with the Murder Inc. trial, and this time Nelly got with her to get the dirt off him from that Diddy stuff. But this is the second time they did this. So Irv was really mad at Ashanti because she left them during their time of the trial. But I also know Ashanti didn't want to be in that courtroom and affiliated with them because it was going to ruin her career. So that's why I say it's twisted, meaning you can have two people right. They both could be right. Okay, Irv, he got a right to feel the way he felt because Ashanti wasn't there. But at the same time, Ashanti had to do what's best for her career and not go to court. And Irv's supposed to understand that. So this is what happens when feelings get involved when it comes to making money. And this is really, because put it like this, it go two ways now. Because Irv and them beat the case. So now it's like, okay, Ashanti, if you'd have stayed down, we was going to beat it anyway, then we could have got back to making music. Boom. And then it would have never been all that other stuff when your career failed and everybody else blew up. So it was a lot of stuff in this. My only thing is Irv did help her. It's like I said, that's my whole aspect of this channel. When you right, you right, you wrong, you wrong. His name is PERVS Gotti. Yes, he is PERVS Gotti. But I also know she also started kicking extra dirt on Irv after everybody from Def Jam started getting in trouble. But she was with Irv the whole time. Get it? She was with Irv the whole time, and Ashanti knows a lot. And the reason why I don't spare nobody from Def Jam, because Ashanti is from Def Jam. Anybody from Def Jam that has not come out and spoke no truth, they don't get no pass from me. And one thing you will see in common with that Def Jam family, y'all, pay attention. Def Jam do not tell nothing. They do not tell nothing. The only Def Jam artist you ever saw that ran their mouth was DMX, and that's it. All right, let me speed it up for y'all. How y'all doing today on this Friday? Yeah, I'm waking up just like y'all. I've been up for a little minute. Check this out, y'all. Remember how we spoke about how Shannon is a perv? Remember we saw how he was looking at people breasts on Molly and all that on camera? Remember when I said it's people on their head, they're not going to stop? When I said Shannon Sharpe is going to be still trying to go live on YouTube, but the people on his head, they're not going to stop? Check this out with Shannon Sharpe, y'all. Very disturbing. All right? Very disturbing. Shannon Sharpe on national TV once again when he was on, he about to leave the show, Skip. Shannon's a freak, y'all. He needs to go somewhere. He needs to go. He needs to go somewhere. He needs to go somewhere, y'all. Yes. Yo, like I said, a lot of this stuff was jokes at first, but nah, something wrong with Shannon. Something wrong with that man. Because I've been seeing it before. For a minute, how he been moving. Yo, y'all, that's his daughter. That's his daughter. Who puts their hand on their daughter like that? And before, he had his hand on her a little more than that. But it was allegedly, this is oldest, the main one that sticks around, and the rest of them don't stick around like that. But she's supposed to be the main one that stick around, so-called his favorite. But y'all, what the hell is wrong with this man? There's something wrong with him. It is, y'all. It is. It just is. All right, it is. His woman grown as his daughter grown as hell, and he had his hand in that location. And what I'm showing you is I did not do that. I'm showing you it is people on Shannon's head, meaning they're not letting up on Shannon, y'all. So when I tell you it's a campaign to destroy all of them, and it's not going to stop, here's the proof, y'all. Once again, it's people bringing stuff to my attention, y'all. That's how real it is. So you got to understand, people doing real homework on this man. That's what I told y'all, man. This thing ain't no joke. This, when he was on the show, this was his last day with Skip. Because I saw it live, and this when he called his daughter out. But I didn't catch that part live. Look at this. Not nowhere, not this. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Is it just these people that got to do it? Is it just these people that got to do it? Now, everybody that got members only, you know I've been talking about, like when I was talking about Gladys Knight, and I was talking about all that stuff, how they were showing them album covers, how Gladys Knight and the Pips, it's like they had to be touching on each other. And it's like, and I said, this is where they promoted all that stuff to some people's family. I said, the families got it from this weird people. I'm just leaving it at that. That's Shannon Sharpe, all right? So everything he accused of, I'm just going to tell you, I believe it. I believe it. I ain't saying it's true, but I believe it. That's his daughter, y'all. That's his oldest daughter right there. And they say she always around. Just like, remember when I told y'all before, I said, show me some pictures of Shannon Sharpe on at least 10 dates with other women that are not his friends and family, stuff like that. You ain't going to find too much of that. No, y'all, he's weird. He's a weirdo. All right? And Shannon to get his ass off YouTube. Yeah, Smokey Robinson was a weirdo too. How the hell y'all let Smokey walk around like that? That's right. Yeah, y'all. They was gassing him up back. You remember back? Y'all forgot back in the Motown era, whoever wore afro was black. Y'all forgot that. So anybody wore afro was black back then. Even though we spoke about what I learned, and a lot of y'all didn't learn, afro was considered feminine. Because I already cracked the code. The afro was for Aphrodite, but the afro was really feminine. Yes. So when the men was wearing big ass afro, it really was feminine, y'all. Yes, it was. Real talk. That was another trick. That was another trick. And then you're going to see they made them wear the afro. Then after that, they went to the Jerry curl. So anyway, Smokey Robinson always been weird to me, y'all. Ever since he been an old man, he been weird to me ever since. Ever since 2000 came in, he been weird to me. But y'all, Smokey Robinson is not that fool is not black. So all I'm saying is, ain't nothing wrong with Smokey Robinson, but I just want y'all to know he was never black, y'all. He's not black, y'all. All right, so just remember that part. he might be mixed or whatever, but he is not black at all. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said back in the day, now let me make this clear. Smokey Robinson was the fake. You gotta remember, y'all. That's when it was light skin hero. That was it. So Smokey Robinson was the favorite. He was the first favorite light skinned Negro to make a lot of money, be famous. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mally C. But I ain't doing too much talking about Smokey because they weird, man. And Barry Gordy did it to all of them. Him, Jacksons, all of them. Yup. Told you, it's the executives. So, allegedly, Smokey having freak-offs at the mansion. And he said he ain't do it. He said he ain't like that, but Smokey, you weird, bro. You weird. Smokey Robinson, 85, is facing a fit. Like I said, Luther gone. Whitney gone. Prince gone. Michael gone. Weird ass Smokey still around, 85 years old. 85 years old. That's how we know you're a weirdo. You're a freak. You're really a freak, Smokey. He's a real freak. He a freak, weirdo freak, and a freaky freak. All right. Smokey Robinson denies sexual assault claims. All right. First of all, Smokey ain't making it to court. When he first heard it was 50 million, he almost caught a minor stroke. If Smokey got to go to court and trial, he's not going to make it to trial, y'all, at 85 years old. He's not. So, I said this before. What sense does it make? They've been in this game their whole life and getting in trouble in their older days as seniors. Wow. Robinson is 85, facing a $50 million lawsuit filed by 4 former housekeepers who accused him of RAPE sexual assault. I can't imagine Smokey doing this shit, man. But I also know they all different in their house when they drunk. All right, so I believe it. I believe it, man. And creating a hostile work environment. Plus, he old school. Smokey the type don't want to accept he been washed up. He probably was taken out in the housekeepers. You know who I am? I'm Smokey Robinson. Now give me some. I can see him doing that, man. All right, he was the latest dreams of America, y'all. Man, he was Michael Jackson before Michael. The plaintiffs, all Hispanic women, identified as Jane Does. 1 through 4 alleged that the abuse occurred between 2006 and 2024. This is called legal bondage, y'all. This is called slavery. Y'all had no clue this what they do. Y'all did not know this is what goes on, man. Smokey basically owned them like property, y'all. That's how it go. Owned them for property. They was not supposed to be in this country. This is why a lot of people getting exposed to. Y'all didn't get it, man. Why y'all, y'all, that's what all this stuff is about. These sweeps, these raids, all this stuff is about that. Them celebrities had a lot of stuff when you heard about Hollywood. Those housekeepers be from trafficking rings, y'all. Sold by the cartels. Need a housekeeper? Give me 30 grand. I got a lawn man too. And I got one, he fix your whole house, do everything you need. 30 grand. Modern day, you know what, y'all? That's what it was. So that's also why there's a lot of jobs hiring, y'all. Yo, when they made that announcement, ever since it's been proven that they snatching people up that's not supposed to be here, y'all, I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of jobs open. I've been having a lot of jobs trying to get at me. Yes. And not only that, a lot of rich people lost their help because a lot of rich people have people in this country not supposed to be here working on their property instead of hiring people like us. So a lot of them lost their workers. That's what this Smokey Robinson stuff is with too. Because the key thing is his housekeeper is not supposed to be here, which means they was here illegal, which means they ass was here illegal for decades. Because this stuff was permitted, y'all. So being that they was here for decades, Smokey was able to have his way with them. And that's what it's about. Yup. That's what it's about. All of that. And yes, everything that's going on, I've been talking about what? How the woman be doing a lot of the dirt. I've been talking about this. The woman the one keep them alive sometimes. The woman the one going to be aggressive on them. The woman going to be the one to take her face and jam it somewhere. She's going to jam it on Smokey. All right? She's going to try to make that housekeeper choke on Smokey. That's what the woman do. Y'all know that? Yeah. Highly aggressive. Old perverts. I believe it. I believe everything. Hey, I got one. Hey, Sister T, do Smokey got kids? That's all I want to know. What's up? What's up, y'all? Shout out to everybody that's up on this Friday. What's up, Dog Migo? Hold up. He was harboring those folks. He going to jail. Yep. And it ain't no telling how many he had on the property. This is just 4 that's telling on him. Yeah, they got the lawn care people, all of that. They be having a lot of things going on. How about, look, man, it's disguised, y'all. It'd be disguised too. Like it'd be disguised as housekeepers. You get it? Disguise. You rich. You want a nice housekeeper. Meanwhile, the housekeeper, not supposed to be here. Housekeeper got their own room. Get it? Meanwhile, housekeeping ain't going nowhere. That's how it goes, y'all. When I tell y'all these people are so crafty, how they've been doing this whole trafficking thing. Yeah. All right, let's go. What's up, One Deep? All right, let's go. Smokey. So look, this is where Smokey come from. See? Smokey come from Detroit. So I don't put nothing past Smokey. Plus, I know when Smokey was young, I know what they did to Smokey. They did a lot to Smokey, man. They turned Smokey out. They turned Smokey to a flower back then. Smokey was also a little richer, y'all. Yes, he was. To this day, Smokey a little richer. That's right. Them executives had fun with him, man. So look. His residents in California and Las Vegas, they claim Robinson coerced them into non-consensual acts. Non-consensual sexual acts, often without protection. We keep hearing this pattern how they don't use condoms, y'all. I think they're not allowed to use condoms, man. We keep 80-something-year-old man trying to have sex without a condom, man. Come on, stop it, man. Nobody want to hear this stuff. This is a joke. This is a joke. All right, Smokey not going to make it to court. He's not. But what's sad about it is I believe it, y'all. For some reason, I believe it. I believe it, y'all. Smokey is trying to have raw sex at 80-something years old. I believe him, man, because that's going to be Usher when he get older. I'm not dumb. I see the future, y'all. This is going to be Usher. Usher's 40. When Usher is 80, he's going to be just like Smokey. He's going to still have her. He's going to still have the same. He's going to be Smokey. It's not hard to figure out, y'all. The older they get, the more perverted they get, y'all. That's just how it goes. A rich, horny old man. All right, that's him and Barry Gordy right there, man. All right, you're going to tell me, Barry? All right, now look me in my face right now and tell me Tell me Smokey is black. Smokey is a black man, y'all? Really? Really? Oh, he got a little bit of black in him. No, y'all. That might have been the biggest prank of all time, too. That might have been the biggest prank of all time, y'all. I don't think you got no proof Smokey Robinson is black, y'all. All right, but I know he's a goddamn freak and a weirdo. He's a freak and a weirdo. You have no proof Smokey Robinson is black. All right? You don't. This is what they was pushing back in the day, man. Weirdos. In a Motown era, but on TV when it was black and white, I told you they was tricking people, man. This was the proof back then. They was accepting anybody, man. No, Smokey is a weirdo, man. So when I see that man right there, I can imagine him trying to have sex with a woman with no condom on. All right? I can imagine him in that house like a freak. Because that's what he is. That's a freak right there, y'all. Look up the definition of a freak. A freak show, a weirdo, a loon. That's Smokey, man. He's a weird man, guys. That's how all of them going to be. And Smokey from the era where they was wearing makeup, man. Smokey from that era, man, with them, they was doing stuff to them, man. I'm dead serious. You couldn't say no back then, man. Because back then, as long as you had an afro, you was black. Yeah, man. Smokey, man. Yo, I'm not dealing with this shit, yo. I'm not dealing with I don't like the 70s. I don't like none of them days. I don't like Motown, like nothing from the era. I don't like none of that stuff. All right? None of that stuff. Because you know why? They were all a bunch of freaks, weirdos. They were depressed. All right? They were scared of the white man. I'm just sick. I'm sick of that whole era, man. I'm tired of it, y'all. For real. Because they all punks. Once I learned that from Little Richard on, that's what it is. So I know what they did to Smokey, y'all. And the Smokey guy, he liked it. So, yeah, y'all, Smokey, nah, man. And I'm just going to leave it alone, man, because I ain't talking about this stuff. I don't like talking about old people, man. Reason why I say that, y'all, Smokey is a weirdo, all right? So back in the day, that's when them mansions was the shit. But guess what? That's Smokey Freak-Off Mansion. That's what that is. Then you're going to see all the Freak-Off Mansions look alike. The real Freak-Off Mansion look like that, too. So I can imagine Smokey in that house being a pervert. Yes, I can. When I saw the house, I'm like, man, I can imagine that. I can imagine it. Anyway, I think Smokey sold his house. But anyway, Smokey's going to be broke. Because for some reason, these old celebrities, they got to kick up. But I believe Smokey did a lot of dirt. I believe it, y'all. Because Smokey's a weirdo, like I said. All right? Now, I know we're on the computer. But look me in my face and tell me this man is black. This man black, you believe that? You got any proof? No, y'all. I think the older generation got pranked again. No, y'all. Do I believe it? Yes, I believe it. Smokey is weird. I can imagine him walking around his house with a robe on, being nasty, trying to have sex with them women. But don't forget, he also had them hostage. All right? So, yeah. Look me in my face and tell me Smokey's a black man. Is Smokey black? Or was that just a TV? You see his eyes? You see his skin? You see him? Lips? Face? I don't see no black, y'all. Now, he got black in him, but he ain't black. Get it? Either way, I don't care, but I'm just showing you, y'all. Man, I told you, they was pranking the hell out the older generation. They was pranking the hell out of them. Yo, y'all, with them black and white TVs, man. They trick people back in the day, man. Smokey Robinson is not black, y'all, at all. He's not black, y'all, at all. Like, he's whiter than a white person, guys. Once again, he's whiter than a white person. All right, so now you see why he's a freak. He's a weirdo. That's why. You see when I told y'all dreads ain't nothing new? Okay. All I'm telling you is the industry, they are all weirdos. It's just that some of them carry themselves better than others. Any allegation, I'm not surprised. They were doing a lot to them, and Smokey from the era where he been wearing makeup for 50 years, y'all. All right? So we're going to leave it alone, and Smokey gets pegged by his wife, allegedly. All right? Allegedly, man. Because like I said, do Smokey got kids? If Smokey don't got no kids, y'all, I know what time it is, man. Do Smokey have any children, y'all? That's all I want to know. What's up, Sister T? Do Smokey got kids, y'all? That's all I want to know. I'm about to get off this topic, y'all, because Smokey is killing my channel. Huh? All right, he's killing me. Hold up. Does Smokey have children? Hold up. What's up, Nia? Yeah, that's Donnie Simpson from B.E.T. Okay, Smokey got kids. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all now, man. What I learned about them, a lot of time, man, they adopt kids young, they get foster kids, all of that, man. They've been doing all that stuff for years, y'all. That stuff we've been seeing Madonna and all them do. Angelina Jolie, they've been doing that for years, y'all. I'm telling you, man, they so weird. All of them are weird, man. They are so weird. They are so weird. Yes, they are. We're gonna leave them alone, man. But I just want you to know, these weirdos made our parents weird, and then our parents taught us this weird ass shit, and that's what happened, y'all. So let's move on from these whack ass people. Reason why I say that, man, Smokey and them was dealing with trafficking, man. All right, modern day slavery, keeping fake housekeepers at the house, keeping them in the barn, keeping them in the back room, keeping them in the outhouse, and using them as sex toys, man. That's what they was doing. So I believe it. All right. So Smokey, hopefully make it through court. On that note, I don't think you are. So let's just keep it moving. Another thing about Smokey, y'all, they used to portray him as a pimp. Yeah. They portray him as a pimp. So all I want to know is, are you a pimp, Smokey? Well, you're a freak, man. We're going to leave this alone, all right? All right. Sorry, y'all. I'm not dealing with this. So now I also think his wife pegs him. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. The game is broke. We spoke about the game. Everybody that's been around Diddy is broke. How was all these people around Diddy supposed to be billionaires and broke, y'all? They're around billionaires and they broke. If I'm around a billionaire, y'all, come on, man. The game is broke. He's been fighting for a minute, y'all. Let's go. Got him. He was ducking this woman for 8 years straight. No, 9. He had to pay her since 2016. Game was not trying to pay that $7 million, y'all. But this how I knew he was no hustler. It even proves that in 9 years, 8 years, he could have flipped that $7 million and been paid this woman off. He didn't do it. He got to sell his house. And guess what on top of that? Thank you, Sugar. Guess what on top of that? Not only allegedly is he selling his house, when he sells his house, he's still going to be short on paying this woman her money. Yes, y'all. We've been watching it. When I told y'all it's over, the proof, they've been, oh man, they going out so bad, y'all. Even though Game been keeping the same cars for years, just painting them, repainting them, yo, y'all, they are doing so bad. They've been fronting so hard. But each year, it's going to be worse and worse. When I did the video and I told them people in California it's going to end up bad for you, I've been watching the rappers, and I've been knowing it's ending bad. When it start with the rappers, it's going to go to the bottom. I've been noticing the whole California celebrity world, they ass been on the internet. I've been knew the money was drying up in California. Damn, everybody with a name for California, they ass on the internet working. They've been doing that, so I've been knew what's up. I've been knew it's a process. The internet is downgrade for famous people. So when they all started coming on the internet, I know what time it is. This been going on after 2020. They all been fighting it some kind of way, but they all here because they ain't gonna make no more money. Or they're gonna disappear. Yeah. So, just like Game, he been fighting. They all been fighting. See that? Let me show you what Game been doing, painting his cars. Same thing Cameron do. I've been to the broke rappers. All they gonna do is repaint, but they ain't gonna shop and shop. Now, I'm not going to knock no rapper for keeping their cars paid for and not selling them. No. But I'm just letting y'all know. A lot of them, all they do is paint their cars. The ones that can't afford to buy new cars. See that? Upgrade the paint. You know what I'm saying? So, just showing you. Know why they broke too? When I told you this, all they wanted to do. Pose. So, excuse me, ladies. When I spoke about how the woman kept posing the other day, I'm like, the woman gonna stop, when they gonna stop these posing? Hopefully the men stop too. Because I've been through all this stuff was weird when all these men just kept posing. Because I know what Game doing. He's posing his hair. This is what I call when they all started trying to be cute. And they started posing for their fans, like I said, and started seeing how many likes they're gonna get from their fans. Doing stuff like this on purpose. Like I said. They were focused on taking pictures for their fans and not making money by what? Business. You're going to see the pattern. Oh, I say the New York people, the brokers in the game. Excuse me. The Los Angeles entertainers are the brokers too. Why? When you're from Los Angeles, you're from Hollywood. You from where it's at. You from glamour and glitz. You come out every day. You the man. You switching up your old ass cars. You the man. You around every celebrity. They know you. You know them. The people love you. But it has nothing to do with you dealing with success. Then you'll see the same pattern with the game. Tyrese, same thing. Tyrese down to 4 million. Stop. Because Terrence Howard, same thing. Because when you're around it, and you always around it, they lose their hunger. They the ones that party the most. They the ones that want to always be in the spotlight, but they don't be making no money, y'all. Just like Jim Jones, you're going to always see, just remember this, the rappers that always wanted to be seen on that camera, at the party, at the event, with every celebrity, with this one, with that one, want to flash the most, you're going to see they are the ones that are the brokers. Then you're going to see the truth is, y'all, while they was doing that, some of them just kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and they just kept grinding. And they wasn't worried about partying with Diddy. They wasn't worried about being around Jay-Z. They wasn't worried about being around every rapper. When Future come to LA, I'm going to be with Future. When Young Thug come to LA, I'm going to be with him. And when every rapper come, I'm going to be with them. That's what the game was doing. Game was doing that because the game is a groupie too. Yeah, he's a rapping groupie. I've been to about Game. What? His whole formula always was he's never going to say a rap without saying somebody else's name. That always been his gimmick. He always been a master of riding coattails too. And he's a master of studying Nas' flow. Yes, he is. All right? That's period. His whole shit was a gimmick too. Born from a Crip and the blood, all this, whatever, game. No, y'all, it's exposed. Los Angeles is the home of the weirdos, man, and the cap life. All right? So now you see it, right? Broke. He didn't want to pay this woman her money, y'all. Ducking and dodging, trying to hide money. Didn't want to sell cars. He proved he's not a hustler. So I know what's up. Everybody accused of being a male prostitute, they can't hustle. I know how this goes. When they say he was a dancer in the strip, I believe it. He can't hustle. You want to know the ones that can't hustle, y'all. They're the ones that are the male prostitute. I'm telling you, y'all. The ones that they don't get a check. If they don't got Dr. Dre rubbing their back, you will see the truth is, ever since the game wasn't with Dr. Dre, he never was the same. He was just dissing, mixtape. He just blew up so fast, he bought a lot of stuff early, y'all. This might mess around and be this full original house from 20 years ago. That's how real it is. So like I said, no. When I told y'all rap is over, pay attention. That's right. The mansion is currently on the market for $4 million. A figure still significantly short the $7 million judgment. Not only was he ducking $7 million, y'all, he's still short if he sell his home. And what else he proved to be an idiot? He didn't build his home up. His home ain't got no real value, and he's in Los Angeles. He didn't build that home up. He didn't invest in that home. I'm really seeing how dumb they are, y'all. They are stupid. Yes, they are, y'all. Because ain't no way in hell his house is that much. It's supposed to be more than that. But he didn't invest. He ain't getting nothing bigger. Cadillac Records, y'all. That's what you're looking at. Cadillac Records. That's all it is. They pimped them back in the day. Let them pick where they want to live at. Get them the cars they want. Give them a lot of credit. That's all they're going to get. What I kept telling y'all, what we spoke about, I spoke about. They don't want to give Sam Cooke billions of no power. The key is they always going to die broke and they're going to die in debt. That's the industry, y'all. That is the whole art of selling your soul. They sell their soul to the corporation known as the record label, and they know when they die, they ain't going to own nothing. That is selling their soul. They get everything up front, and when they die, the corporation get everything. It's not no trick. It ain't no wicked deal. It's just what it is. It's called lack of knowledge. All right? Like I said, corporations don't come to your house. You go to them. So what they don't get is they always going to die broke. They always going to die horrible, miserable. Why? They don't bow out gracefully. Now, see, the thing is this. They can bow out gracefully if they just accept the fact they're going to be broke. But see, the more they keep trying to get rich, the more people are going to keep trying to get rich off their ass. And they're going to use to them last, they're going to get used up to the last drop. So when they ain't worth no money no more, then somehow their water going to get cut off. And then it gets into this gray area where they're worth more dead than alive. And that's how it goes. All right? So now you see, right? All the fronting, When I say rap is over, how you know rap is over? You're seeing that the whole facade of the fantasy world, that everybody's so rich and powerful and got all this money, you're able to see with your own eyes that it was all fake, which means it was fantasy, which means it was a cartoon, WWE wrestling, Hulk Hogan shit. That's all it was, y'all. That's it. The gangster rap program was the goofiest of them all, y'all. Remember this. Not talking about R&B, not talking about other genres of music. We're talking about this gangster rap thing where Game put a butterfly on his face. They were trolling back then, telling us that all of them are bubblegum. Game had a rumor of what? Dancing in, okay, he was a stripper. Then he gets a butterfly. Okay, they've been doing this stuff, trolling people, telling us these gangster rappers are you know what. So why am I saying that? Because you got to be an idiot to die broke. So if they say he was a male prostitute, I'm going to say when he stopped dancing, he stopped making money. But then again, I told you, when you're in favor of the executives, you win. When they cut you off, you're done. So when you don't got Dr. Dre and you don't have Diddy no more, you're going to go broke. Just like Mano. Mano had $1 million, but that was before taxes. There's no telling what he got now. We have no updates on none of their salaries after taxes. And that's a fact. I know for a fact they sinking because I don't see nobody making no money. And the number one reason why I know they'll never get rich again, y'all, is very simple. They will never get rich again because they will never in their life be signed by one of these corporations again. That's why. They're gonna be doing startup companies and stuff like that. But they'll never be the face of none of these companies. None of their ass. All right? Not none of them gangster rappers. Nope. So that's how I know they ain't never gonna be rich again like that. It's very simple, y'all. Very simple. Yup. The curtain has been lifted. These are the strings that controlled their ass the whole time. All right. So when Dr. Dre is your producer, and everywhere Dr. Dre go, Beats for Dre, Apple just major corporation. When Dr. Dre was a proven cash cow for the East Coast, West Coast beef. How he made all these companies money. When you with him, you're going to win. That's how it works, Kendrick. So, the thing is this. Now, one thing I will say about Kendrick, you know Kendrick, y'all. He's not a gangster rapper. What else about Kendrick? This is what y'all don't people about the people that's not gangster rappers. They don't got to keep spending money for image. They don't got to keep spending money on jewelry, cars. So you notice Kendrick don't blow no money. Kendrick don't blow money. Kendrick got over $100 million. Last time I checked, he did. That's why I say the smart rappers know how to play it. They know how to play it to get the bag. Kendrick got over 100 million. We know he was a favorite, but he's not the type to blow money. Period. So that's just all it is. So like I said, it's the gangster rap. That's why Game was a hater, and that's why you're going to see he was rapping before Kendrick, but somehow everybody kept passing Game. Even Nipsey passed his ass. That's right. Because what else you going to learn? The gangster rap never paid bills, and Game stayed dissing too long. Dissing don't pay the bills. That's what made him fall off, and at one point, that's kind of what made 50 fall off. Yes, when I've been told people on this YouTube thing that dissing people stuff played out, man. That beef shit was the early 2000 era. You know what I'm saying? Where it was profitable. The Game was forced to sell his house. Game forced to sell his house to cover $7 million judgment. The Game is being forced to sell his house at Calabasas Mansion. All right? A judge approved the sale of his property to help him fund the $7 million judgment, y'all. But the house is only worth $4 million. $4 million. And he done painted it more than once. I think, somebody let me know. I think that's the original house this guy lived in his whole life since he made it. He didn't. Y'all, it's houses in Atlanta as a rapper more than $4 million, y'all. That's why I'm like, how is your mansion $4 million if this is a mansion he had for years since he first came out and it's only worth $4 million? That would mean he didn't invest nothing on his damn property, y'all. His equity didn't go up. Even Smokey Robinson sold property and the equity went up. Facts. Thank you, Rachel. If I'm not mistaken, Smokey, his original mansion, he paid like $2 million, and I think he sold it for like 8, something like that. Something like that. I just know Smokey Robinson made a flip. I know that much. He made a flip off his mansion. So this is crazy. We actually see how stupid they are, y'all. Let's look at it, y'all. Now you see why it's important to have. So you're supposed to have so much property when you're a rapper. You're supposed to have all the property. So if I gotta sell stuff, I'm good. No, I told you they net worth be everything they own. So when they say they net worth, that be that Bentley they bought from 2008, still in the garage. The Ferrari from 2011 in the garage, still worth a couple dollars with no miles on it. It be their whole shit, y'all. And be some of the original jewelry. But I'm telling you, man, when it comes to them assets and touching money like that, they don't be having no money like that, y'all. When you're a rapper, you got the rapper kit, you straight. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So now you seeing it, right? We're going to get back to the game, man. Sorry, y'all, I told you. We're going to be talking about old, washed up people because what? It's the end of an era. This episode 15, the end of an era. Not just one era, all eras. From the 60s. We talking about 6 decades. We talking about over 50 years. We're talking about the end of an experience because that's all it was. It wasn't an experience because it wasn't real. It was all in your mind. What? That Smokey Robinson was black. It was all in your mind, man. Smokey not black. Anyway, let's go. Then they troll you, call his name Smokey, he light skinned. And you know damn well Smokey's black. Something like that. All right, y'all, let's go. Anyway. Hold up. Let me do a check. What's up, Uncle Diggity? I make sure the chat running smooth. What's up, Britt Brat? What's up? Okay, Miss Celebra. So what's up, Kay? All right, let's go. Let's talk that talk. Because Ashanti is she's getting exposed. Now, it's not about her getting exposed. It's about Ashanti was out here trying to doodle on Irv Gotti name. And I seen a lot of them do it. Fat Joe did it too, because they all do it. When you die, they will get caught off your name either way. I seen Fat Joe trash him. That's what they do, y'all. When you the man, they all up under you. But once you fall off, that's it. So being that one of my purposes on this channel is to clarify a lot of stuff that happened from my perspective, also to connect dots that others said of the truth of this industry and this experience from my perspective. And the truth is, Irv Gotti was always a big figure in his music industry. Same way yesterday I was talking about Dallas. When I tell you that Jay-Z wanted to prove to us how big he was, he wanted to do all this stuff, he wanted to be bigger than Irv. But like I said, if Irv Gotti never believed in Jay-Z, Jay-Z would never be where he at to this day. DMX would have never been who he was. It was Irv that believed in DMX. So the world could love DMX, love him to death, love DMX. But no, it was Irv that believed in that man. When DMX was a piece of doodle, nobody believed him, nobody wanted to deal with him. Irv believed in that man and was one of the only people that DMX listened to. These are facts. When it came to producing, Irv was a beast. And when in the studio, he didn't play. Now, you heard about some people in the studio goofy playing around. He didn't play around in the studio. So the point is, he did help Ashanti. He did give her sound. He did make all her tracks. He did tell her how to sing the songs. And if he did not coach her, she would not have been who she is, meaning she'd been out already because she was out before that. Her and Prodigy was in the same schools, all that. She'd been trying to get a deal. And she was in contract before that, but she was corny. It's just the truth. Plus, you got to remember what? The female R&B was always, y'all know R&B was super competitive. So people want to act like Ashanti just came out of nowhere and was Ashanti when you had all these females out. At this time, J-Lo was the queen. All these big, you still had Mary, Faye, all these are big grown-ass women. They were little girls. When I told you they were little girls to me, Ashanti were little girls. Because when I started, Mary was a grown woman to me. You had the grown woman and you had the little girls. Even though they were 24, 23, to me, they were just little girls. And they sung like pop songs. So I never looked at them as sexual figures. So I know how the game go. If the men didn't like you like that, you was going to sell. But see, Mary was big because Mary had the woman and the men. That's just how it go. So what I'm telling you is this. They tried to play Irv as a peon, even though we all know Irv and Suge and Jay Prince were going to do a whole lot. But you finally got to see how it was the people from New York that turned on him as well. The same people that was kissing his ass when they all came to Def Jam, he was already the man at Def Jam. You got your proof of his works. Ja Rule, Ashanti, Jay-Z, DMX. You got your proof of his works. Many other things. So, just because Irv, he is Perv Gotti. Yes, he is. I coined him that. Perv Gotti. That's right. But that has nothing to do with his musical works. It has nothing to do with what he did. So you'll see, for Ashanti to sustain herself, as she been doing, because guess what? All bad news is even good news for them. So if it wasn't for the bad news of Irv jerking her, taking her rights, she wouldn't have nothing to talk about anyway. And if Irv didn't die, they really wouldn't have nothing to talk about. So Irv Gotti's brother, Chris Gotti, is still alive, and he said something, because he said he was right there and seen it with his own eyes. He also said he actually had to give therapy amongst them too. Yeah. But we know what's up. We'll get into it. So Irv Gotti in his 20s, this is where it started from. Because remember, Irv still held a grudge. So in interviews, he would get on big black platforms with his friend from Def Jam, Nori. Drink Champs was a Def Jam platform. And you'll see the whole Def Jam roster been on that damn link, been on that interview. So anyway, this one Irv was campaigning to get the Murder Inc. special. Plus, people forget, before Irv Gotti died, he just had sold Murder Inc. If I'm not mistaken, he got $200 million. Between $200 million to $300 million. He just had got $200 million, y'all. So when Irv died, he wasn't broke at all. I'm not going to ask where his money at, but yeah, he wasn't broke. So the thing is this. He was campaigning, and he went on Drink Champs, and he was getting slick out his mouth. Because remember, at this time, Ashanti is not popping. She's going to Dubai. She just taking a lot of pictures on the ground, doing little shows here and there, but she's not doing nothing, y'all. And this is when he got on Drink Champs and said what? In his 2022 Drink Champs appearance, Irv claimed Ashanti's hit Happy was conceived after they had sex. And since I know that, Irv, I never want to hear that song again anyway, bro. Because I would hate to think about you doing something, you and Ashanti having sex. And this when I started calling him Perv Gotti, because it was said to happen in the shower. See, this the key. This the whole trick of the whole thing, y'all. Irv Gotti spilled the beans and put her on blast on Drink Champs. So it was that same story that she came out and said, that's where he did her dirty at, in the shower. Basically trying to say she wasn't with that night, that day. Get it? So that's why I started calling him Perv Gotti. Because Ashanti said she wasn't with it that day when they did it. Because allegedly, they did it in the shower, and the song Happy was a hit. That's the story, y'all. But see, Irv told it first. Then, this is what y'all forget. This is the main thing everybody forgets. Ashanti was still quiet. Irv got charged with an assault on a woman, y'all. A sexual assault of making a woman give him head in the Uber, of him making a woman go down to him in the elevator. That's when I started calling him Perv Gotti. Then Ashanti came out after that and said, yeah, he did that to me in the shower too. But before that Perv Gotti stuff, she didn't say that. That's my point. She was mad Irv had put her on blast on Drink Champs because Irv is petty. Yes, he is. He is a Cancer. So he was very petty. He was putting her on blast on Drink Champs because at that time she was being accused of doing certain things. She didn't have nothing going on. He was wrong for that. He was wrong. Now, the two things Irv was wrong for, he did be petty and take her money, meaning he wouldn't let her get the rights to her music. That was petty. And he was petty for putting on blast on the show. But that does not mean he lied. Now, after he got in trouble, that's when Ashanti started to go against him. That's when she said he came in the shower on me that day. And that was her payback on him. Yes. And then you see all this stuff is going on. And you're also going to see she didn't turn up on Irv until Diddy got in more trouble. Yes. And then you're going to see after her and Nelly got together a second time. So let's just look with an open mind. Well, Ashanti said it wasn't true. They wasn't together like that. We don't know. Let's just look at it. What do you think, y'all? Around here, we take votes. Yeah, later on, we're going to play Pick One later. Yeah. Happy hour. What's up, Melanie? Now, like I say, you got to look at this with an open mind like you a judge, man. You can't no favor. I know everybody loves Ashanti. She's cool, but we got to be real. Y'all think they was in a relationship more than just music. You can't get mad at nobody if we never had no love. So if something had to be there for Irv to get mad, that's my opinion. What's up, Miss Bryant? And this goes what I said with Beyonce. When I said that she could have got with Diddy, she would have too. Because I know the truth. When you was an R&B singer, male or female, once you got with a hit producer, you was straight. And they always gonna pick a top producer over any label. That's just how it went. So when I was breaking down how I think Beyonce was put with Jay-Z, when I showed Beyonce and her mother with Diddy back then, and I know that Diddy had a lot of artists on his label, he couldn't sign Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I knew he couldn't sign her because his label was filled with R&B artists. But I know any singer dream is to get with a producer. That's what why we was talking about Dallas Austin. That's why we talk about Timberland. Why he was trying to be with a lead. Because the producer, he's the, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing when you Ashanti, you got to work with all these producers and they're not hit makers. But when your main man is the hit maker, you straight. So then you're going to see, look at her catalog. If she ain't had no hits before that, she got with her, she got hits, what that mean? So even if she was in a relationship with him to get them hits, that's what happened. Look at the damn bed, y'all. Look at that janky-ass hotel now. I'm just going to be real, man. Ashanti, to me, you was always like a little girl. You was never sexy to me. I'm just going to be honest. She was cute, but to me, cute and sexy is two different things. That's just me, y'all. You could be cute, but that don't turn me on. Cute don't turn me on. She always just been cute to me. Now, she look better now. She looks sexy now. She a grown-ass woman. Back then, she like a little-ass girl. Even though she was still grown. Just showing you she was corny back then, y'all. She was kind of corny, man. She was, man. And her mother probably was right there in the room, too. All right? But they was together, y'all. Put it like this. Okay, watch how I flip this, right? They wasn't together. But I'm smart enough to know ain't no way in hell Ashanti was going to leave that man so another woman could have came between and been a priority on the label. I bet she wasn't going to let no other woman love on Irv Gotti if she was a singer. All right? Let's just say if at this time Fantasia wanted to sign a Murder Inc. You think she would have let Fantasia take her spot with Irv Gotti? No. Okay, then it's that simple. So you ain't going to play with me, Ashanti, because I know. So you can trick this generation because everything got flipped. This generation started making music on SoundCloud. This generation were buying beats. But in the era producer where beats costed $100,000, a beat was $50,000, a beat was $30,000. That's Irv Gotti. So you ain't going to trick me. When I know if that's your producer, he was saving you so much money. No, y'all. No, he's not. That's why I say he's not going to trick me, y'all. That's why the budget was millions. Because them beats was $30,000, $50,000. That's a lookout 30. If they don't like you, they charge your ass $100,000. They don't like you. $80,000, $90,000, they don't like you. They like you, they charge you 20, 15. They was taxing back then off them beats, y'all. But you're going to see, the truth is, Irv Gotti wasn't broke. He wasn't broke. So, Irv might have been a jackass, but Irv did put a lot of people on. So I'm one of them people. I don't respect nobody that doodle on people that helped them or looked out for them. So I'm one of them type of people, y'all. Because I'm not one of them people with them narratives. And that's me. It don't matter if I fall out with somebody, it don't matter. I don't discredit people. And when you know for a fact somebody did a whole lot for you and you discredit them, you can't get no faker than that. You can't get no faker than that. So what I mean is, in this game, before the such thing as Jay-Z, it was Irv Gotti. Before DMX, it was Irv. Irv also had a lot to do with the movie Belly. Your favorite movie, Belly. Irv got them Irv track. Irv had a lot to do with a lot, y'all. If I'm not mistaken, Irv is the one that discovered Hype Williams, that made Belly and all those movies. That's Irv, y'all. He contributed a lot to hip hop. That's why I say the truth is he was heartbroken when he did not make him the president of Def Jam. They gave it to Jay-Z, and that's when him and Jay-Z really fell out because they did Irv dirty. They did. But Irv brought it on himself. So that's why I say this ain't no sympathy party. I just got to lay it out what it is. Irv did get big-headed. Irv did get cocky. Irv did shoot himself. Yes, he did. He did a lot of stupid stuff. But when it comes to hip-hop, he was 100% in hip-hop, and he was 100% about the music. And he did put his all into the damn music. And he did help a lot of damn people. So that's the truth. But you'll see after Irv died, he didn't get no love back. When DMX died, no love back. That's why I say they all showed their hand, but they never thought it happened to them. When I've been telling y'all it's a curse on the whole Def Jam tree. You'll see it started when Russell had to run. When Russell got accused of 30 people, the whole Def Jam is bad. Guess what? Ashanti's from the tree, but somehow she thinks she's going to be good. She's good, but she's not going to have, she's always going to be tarnished because Nelly will be considered as Diddy's lover. So it doesn't matter. This was her last escape. This is not the diss Ashanti. This is just the facts. The facts is Irv Gotti brother has something to say. All right? And I'm just speaking on the perspective of they were together. That's my opinion. Because I know back then Ashanti was not the favorite. She was not the favorite. She was not the prettiest. She was a young girl. And it's not that, y'all. She had so much competition, y'all. I mean, even if we want to talk about people like Jill Scott that was singing their ass off. Like, come on, y'all. They want her to be a little pop star, but my thing is this, y'all. If she was now with Irv Gotti, she would have been less than that because she had deals before that. So, I mean, let's just stop playing with the shit, all right? Let's just stop. And all her songs, it's good music. But that's that man's signature on them tracks. So, you see, when they got in trouble with that situation, when they got a shakedown and they got, ran down on by the Gulf, she ran. And I'm not saying she wrong for running, but that's just the truth. They was all together making hits, and then they got in trouble, and she ran. And what probably made it worse is they actually end up beating the case. So now, Ashanti, you ran to be with Nelly. We beat the case, but you left. So after that, Irv got petty. And there you have it. But it does not mean that her and Irv is not really together before that. It doesn't mean that. It can mean two different things. It could be both things could be true. Irv, hey, they was in love. You going to jail. You washed up now. Your name tarnished. We done. That could have been her whole thing. We done. Nelly hot. I'm running to Nelly. So she could have been, like I say, my point is she could have showed her fakeness back then. So it is what it is. But we know one thing. Her and Nelly didn't do nothing back then because I proved yesterday throughout the years Nelly was still with Diddy. And we know how Nelly felt about Diddy. All right. So they was never together. So I'm going to say, yes, you did run from them. You ran to get away. But the only thing is with Ashanti is when she left, her career did not get better, which proves what? She needed Irv. So you got your proof, y'all. She was an artist before Irv, an artist after Irv. Irv been dead. Ashanti ain't been doing nothing but performances. She still ain't make no hits yet. And she also was walking around trying to be like Chris Sean and them. Yeah. Anyway, the brother of late music executive Irv Gotti is calling out former Murder, Inc. artist Ashanti for downplaying her past relationship with him. She says they wasn't in a relationship. They was in a relationship. I was their therapist. That's what Chris Gotti said. He was a therapist. So he said it was times he had to what? Be the mediator. All right, let's go. It's all alleged. But like I said, they try to play it like Irv and his brother was bozos and clowns. Hell no, man. They were the top. Always understanding this game, y'all. The rapper, the singer is always the clown. Always. The executive job is to make them do it. You're going to sing it this way. You're going to sing it that way. That's not good enough. That's the executive job. To get the best out of their ass. That's right. So I'm saying that for a reason. When I say that as the 2000s went on and this internet got big, This how the game got played out on everybody y'all around the world. Everybody like Irv that stayed off the internet became forgotten, and people started making them like they were nobodies. The people that stayed on the internet the most trending topics, y'all believe they were the most popular, the most powerful, and the biggest. But that was all lies, like I said. So when I say the fake world was taking place on this internet. When we spoke about people like Dallas Austin, once again, Irv Gotti, these were the guys that went to the people and said, yo, I want $5 million right now. I want to get this to Jay-Z. I found some talent. We need 20 million. You give me 20 million, Leo, I promise you I'll flip it to 40 million. That's Irv Gotti in them, man. All right? No, rappers can't do that. Rapper, you sign a damn check, shut up. All right? Order, y'all. So I'm saying that because he fell from grace, he brought on himself. But if you try to take out Irv Gotti, you can't do that because it wouldn't be no Ja Rule. Guess what? 50 Cent would have never had no arch enemies in this beef because it never would have been no Irv Gotti. So 50 would have never had no arch enemies. Him and Ja Rule beefing to this day for content. So no, everything is connected in this game, like I said. And that's just how it's going to be. So, like he said on the podcast, all right, he said, like, come on now, don't do that. But at the end of the day, that's what makes what went on with them so real. Chris Gotti told the Let's Keep It 100 podcast that they used to have back and forth fallouts, and he's had to be the mediator, allegedly. So when Irv said on Drink Champs that he made love to Ashanti in the shower and made that song called Happy, and to this day, if I ever hear that song, I'm going to turn it off. Come and think about Irv humping on Ashanti. I don't want to hear that song. So she had a response. And Ashanti clapped back, accusing Irv of flat out lying, manipulating her during her early career. She also alleged that Irv blocked her from recording sessions and threatened her team. Now, this is what Ashanti had said after the fact. She had said this after Irv got in trouble. But when Irv said it on Drink Champs, she had just said something like, man, people going to say whatever. She just brushed it off. But when he got in trouble for what he did to that other woman, then Ashanti came with that narrative of lying and manipulating her. But guess what? The truth is, y'all, her mother was always with her. Her mother was a manager. So I always knew that. How the hell you gonna get manipulated, Ashanti, by Irv when your mother's your manager and she with you? And she always was with you. So that's why I say a lot of this stuff, I know better. Sound good for the internet because I also knew this was her turn to get payback on Irv. That's why I say I know what Ashanti was doing. I ain't mad at her. This was her time to get payback, trash his ass, throw him under the bus for all the shit he did to her, meaning not letting her get her rights, watching her go broke, watching her go to Dubai, right? That was her payback. So she did throw some extra dirt on him in a couple lives. Yes, she did. You know what I'm saying? She did, y'all. Yeah. Plus, she knew it was a new world. She like, yo, we in this new world. Irv Gotti ain't popping like that. So I don't want the young generation to think I was with him like that. It's the same thing, y'all. It's like, it's like the same thing they do. It was somebody you was with back in the day, but they don't look good and they ain't popping no more. So you try to make, I wasn't with him like that. That's a lie, Ashanti. Irv probably was drilling the hell out your ass. All right? Your mother was down with it. Cause how we know that? Man, if you don't think come on, y'all. I see that hotel. I know what y'all did in that hotel. You won't trick me. Huh? Especially back then. No such thing as going to a hotel without leaving it messy. I know what y'all did at that hotel, and that hotel looked janky and cheap. I know what y'all was doing. Stop it, Ashanti. Stop it. Y'all know what's up. All right? I know what Irv did. His name ain't Perv Gotti for nothing, Ashanti. He ain't start or stop with you. Period. If he had women giving him head in elevators and back of car seats and Ubers, I know he did to you, Ashanti. Stop. Especially back then when there was no such thing as cameras. Yes, y'all. Def Jam is the label that started what? Getting head in the whip and not crashing it. Nori. Listen to that song again. I don't think Nori mentions anything about a woman in that song. He talks about getting head in the whip and not crashing it. And it's also said in that song, Doggy Style is the favorite position. Def Jam. All right, go listen to the song again and come back holler at me and let me know if that song, he got anything mentioned with a woman. Getting head in the whip and not crashing it. That's Nori. Now remember, same label, Russell Simmons and all the rest of them weirdos. That's the music they put out for people young. They were really inspired to do that. I know people that crashed doing it too. Yup. Because they were finding people crash with their pants down. Listen to Nori. All right, let's go. All right. So we know they were the big dogs. How we know that? Well, when Diddy got done with J-Lo, what'd he say? J-Lo, go to IRV Gotti. And what happened? IRV Gotti started making the hits with her and who? Ja Rule. Okay then. Then I always tell you what? Bad Boy and Def Jam was family. If Diddy don't deal with you, go to Def Jam. Guess what else I'm going to say? I think Diddy and J-Lo only separated because they had to over that trial, y'all. A lot of separations in this game was by default, man. I don't think him and J-Lo ever really, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I don't think they lost love for each other. Because remember, it was really, really nothing for them to hate each other. I just think they had to go their separate ways because they was in so much trouble. That's what I think. Because you're still going to see. Bring it up to date. When she stopped messing with him, she still was dealing with people at Def Jam, his people. You know what I'm saying? But remember, when that time, that's when Diddy stopped making music. And he started doing what? The making of the band stuff. So that's why I say, I forget that part. I always forget that. Like, you know, when I say he did making of the band to get away from the Biggie stuff, but I keep forgetting. He actually did that making of the band to get away from that Shine stuff too. Because that Shine stuff was fresh. Remember? Right after he beat the case with Shine and all that, he went fresh into that MTV stuff to throw us off. And he left music alone. I keep forgetting that Shine stuff. So actually, that's why I say it's proven. Biggie died in 97. By 99, his dumb ass was back in court with Shine. So by 2000 came in, Diddy was official gun buster. Everybody say he shot in that club that day. We always knew that behind the scenes, allegedly, that he was the one that shot them people. So I think all that stuff had to be done. So everybody in that industry will always get in line because now they know. Diddy the type, he ran with that rumor. He took Pac out. So you know how that is. He ran with that rumor. So the industry was shook of that. And plus, they know death around Diddy. So I'm saying that because you've seen two things. You've seen everybody turn on Diddy. You've seen everybody turn on IRV Gotti. These same people all in your face. Cameron, Mason, everybody else. That's why I say, y'all, everybody gonna get dead. See, the only thing, you know what's different? Don't worry, a lot of your rappers, you know what's gonna happen to this rap generation, y'all? Guess what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna be just like Smokey, y'all. Yup. Your generation gonna be just like Smokey. Yup. They're gonna be working their ass off to the 85, still getting accused of shit. Yup. Hopefully, and when they're 80, remember this generation, they're gonna be around longer, but they can work on the internet longer. And that's what they're gonna do. That's about it. Yup. You never thought it happened to your generation, right? It's happening to your generation right now. You watched it happen to the artists from the 60s, 70s. Now all the rappers from the 90s, 2000s, they're the ones gonna be doing bad. Your favorite rapper gonna be just like Smokey. That's how Craig Mack looked before he died. Didn't Craig Mack look horrible? All right, then it's gonna be all of them. All right, that's it. All right, prove to me Smokey Robinson black right now. Prove it. God damn it. Prove it. Can't prove it, can you? I don't know what Smokey is, man. Let's go. Game is broke, y'all. Cars only can drive one at a time. Told you, didn't I been tell y'all them celebrities be bored? Didn't I tell you them celebrities big ass kids? Because that's his mansion. Just like DJ Envy and the rest of them. All they gonna do, hop in that car, drive around the driveway and go back home, park it. That's it. Go in the house. They gonna do shit. Get it? That's all they gonna do, y'all. They be bored, no friends, did everybody dirty. See that? Bored as hell, fake as hell. Told you they live a miserable life. See California in the back, dry ass desert. See why California be tweaking? Tweaking. We had this anywhere on the East Coast, we be chilling right now. Chilling. No, in Cali, they be tweaking, y'all. All they know is desert and Hollywood. That's it. They be in the desert all day. I want to have some fun. I'm going to Hollywood where the weirdos at. That's it. That's all they know, y'all. I told you they don't know shit. California is the most delusional place. I see it clear as day. Let's look at how delusional that shit is. I'm in the mountains. I'm in the desert, bored as fuck. I'm just gonna buy cars, fuck it. Then I'm gonna just keep getting them painted. Then I'm gonna just keep parking them and putting them back in the driveway and putting them back out and take more pictures. Then I'm gonna just be chilling and switching up outfits. Then I just take a nap, and then later on I'm gonna call my boys over. We're gonna chill, and then that's it. Bored as fuck. That's they do that their whole life, bro. No, that's why I kept telling you they was flossing on the ground, but they want to show off. But I know what time it was. Y'all was really in prison, bro. Y'all was in bondage. I know what's up. Y'all ship stopped. I remember when the airplane shut down and every venue stopped. They were shut down. They were grounded. They were put on punishment because that was the plan. 4 years of grounding, the weak will collapse. So when I say it's not just the regular people. This reset was for everybody, y'all. Companies, humans. This reset was for anybody that's playing around, dirty, whatever. It was like shaking the bushes, man. It's like if I make you empty your pockets and everything you empty out is supposed to be there, it's yours, put your stuff back in your pocket. But if your pockets get shaken and some dirty stuff, that's your ass. So that's what we're dealing with. They know after this shake up and reset, they know the people that's supposed to be gonna be all right. This is to throw off everybody else. What's up? What's up, y'all? H-Town girl. Hear me? What's up? This is a shakedown, y'all, which means now you're getting to see who had money, who didn't. That's what this all about. Who really was paying their taxes, who really could make a payout. So now you see this fool was ducking. Let's look how dumb game is, y'all. He was ducking $7 million for over 8 years, which proves he could have paid that woman on a pay plan $1 million a year and been finished. Boom. Then on top of that, he got to pay her $7 million. 8 years later, his house didn't accumulate no equity. He sold his house for $4 million. He's still short $3 million in the hole. We see Soulja Boy with what? He had $4 million. He being sued for $11 million in the hole. They all finished, y'all. They all done. All the rappers. I'll tell you what, if they were smart, they would have took care of all their cars and make sure all their house paid off. But that's it for their ass. That's it, y'all. They would never buy another mansion again. Hell no. Not no rapper, y'all. They would never buy another mansion again in their life. They better keep what they got if they still got it. Now, man, some rappers going to be living in y'all neighborhood trying to hide. That's what they're going to be doing soon. Let's go. Because we know what Ashanti would have been doing. All right, let's go. So Chris Gotti said, Ashanti, man, stop capping, man. He said, I'm not going to stick around and watch people disrespect my brother. So Ashanti clapped back and said that Irv is a liar and a manipulator. But we know Ashanti's mother was there the whole time. So anyway, it's all alleged. But this what Chris Gotti said. This is what he said about Ashanti. Let's take a look. For her to act like it ain't Murder Inc. that made her is effing BS. For her to act like Murder Inc. didn't make her, that's BS. She had 3 deals before Irv. Like something with y'all chemistry worked out. Y'all was good together. Respect it. That's all. Not saying you have to talk about not saying you got to talk about them, but respect the magic that was made. That's all I said. And that's what I say too. Like, how you going to diss the man? Because what she really supposed to say was, look, me and Irv, we made good music together. For real, that man helped my whole career. He made me who I am to this day. All right? But at the end of the day, me and Irv didn't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, and I don't like the way he carried himself, and I don't like the stuff he did. Whatever. That's all she had to say. That's keeping it real, y'all. That's what it is. You can't, because what they don't understand, like I said, this is what they never understood. Guess what, Ashanti? By you trashing Irv, you still trash your own legacy. That's how it works. See, Irv is part of your legacy. So when you trash him, you still trash your own legacy, because the truth is your legacy starts with Irv. And this is what y'all didn't learn. There's the same thing with Irv. You're going to see the same thing they did with Mobb Deep. All right? I told you the New York rappers end up being the dumbest. Remember when Mobb Deep dissed each other? When Havoc went in on Prodigy to expose allegedly he was fruity and did it to the public, you'll see after that, they know it was a shame. Havoc destroyed the Mobb Deep brand. He destroyed Mobb Deep. He destroyed him. That's why to this day, Havoc can't do no Mobb Deep tour and glory, because he know the truth is they destroyed him. He destroyed him. He destroyed the name,
Because that thing with Prodigy could have did behind the scenes. Get it? No, she destroyed his own brand. Guess what? It's like if Havoc never did Prodigy, he could have been still doing the Mobb Deep thing and just had somebody fill his spot. Like how the old groups did. Havoc going on tour, somebody to fill the spot. But that Prodigy respect is there. He can't uphold that no more because he trashed Prodigy. So he actually ruined the Mobb Deep legacy, y'all. That's how it goes. All right? So once you ruin your own legacy, your stock drop. So that's really what Ashanti did. This is what it is. Because I said it myself. Once I found out they did that stuff and that song Happy is connected to them having sex, I don't ever hear that song no more. All right, that's it. Let's go. All right, top of the top. We about to keep it pushing. But like I said, it's a blast from the past. Back then, they was also having a competition on who made the most hits. So if you wasn't making hits back then, you wasn't nothing anyway. So when Chris Gotti say his brother put that magic on that music, he put that signature sound, he's telling the truth. Because IRV Gotti cracked the code for Murder Inc. with Ja Rule. Y'all know that when he was putting out those hits. Why you think J-Lo needed one of them hits? They needed them hits, y'all. And then we know Lil Mo and the rest of them. So let's go. All right. So he said, all I said, I'm not going to let nobody talk about my brother. Going to have a problem. Simple and plain, Chris continued. Especially someone who he made their career, Ashanti. Like, I was there. He made you sing records the way you sang. All right, one more time. He made you sing records the way you sang because you would have never sang it that way. Basically saying, your whole style come from IRV, and if my brother didn't teach you to sing that way, your style wasn't going to work, and everybody basically wouldn't love you like that. It's my brother's style why they love you. So as you see, basically, right here, he made you sing the records that way. You sang them because you would have never sang it that way if it was up to you. If it was up to you, you wouldn't have sung it. You would have did it your way. But this is really what he's saying. He really saying, I seen IRV on your ass making you sing that shit a certain way. That's basically what he's saying. All right? I know what he's saying. I seen my brother going hard on your ass in that studio, making you hit them notes, do that chorus over. Not that right there, no, right here. Put that hook right there. I know what he's talking about because that's how IRV is. He's one of them people in the studio. So I know that. So I believe him. And Ashanti know damn well she wasn't going to walk up. Come on now, stop it. All right? So you just seen IRV with Swiss Beats. IRV was over all of them, y'all. So like I said, IRV was a big dog, man. But he became a small paw. All right? And that's what happened. Is that old girl, y'all? That's Diamond? It looked like Diamond, right? At 1 minute, it was looking like Alicia Keys, and it looked like Diamond. Like, damn, who is that? Is that Diamond? Is that Lisa Ray? What's up, Say Less? What's up, Britt? C Mills, what up? Oh, yeah, that's Lisa Ray. Right? I'm about to say, look like Lisa Ray. Yo, y'all. Lisa Ray is a... We'll leave that alone. What's up, Sage? All right, let's go. Who else in court? Who in the same exact jail? We just spoke about him yesterday. Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, the king of Hollywood. Him and Diddy in the same jail. This thing still tripped me out to this day because they've been going to court back and forth, but it's so low key. It's so low key, but it's so real at the same time because these powerful men that ran stuff and had the fear of God in them people, they're in the same prison. So the Met Gala was also a smack in the face to Harvey too. Yes, we got to talk about that too because guess what? We were just talking about Megan yesterday. Megan did something ratchet. She did something she wasn't supposed to do. Yeah, we're going to get into that. So anyway, the Met Gala, right? Y'all know all the celebrities had to be there, right? Those are really gatherings, y'all. They gatherings disguised as other stuff. They're really gatherings. Yeah. And the museums you be looking at, they really something else you're looking at. But other than that, they was all in New York. And that's to torment Harvey and the rest of them because we still don't know what's going to happen to Harvey neither. Harvey might get out too. We don't know yet. So anyway, I'm just saying that because I'm always going to stress this to the new people on this channel. Since he's been in jail, you have not seen no black actors with no big roles. Harvey Weinstein is also one of the reasons why Terrence Howard was on the internet looking like a bum and Taraji P crying. It's all together. All right. He is the reason why Gabrielle Union is so far up Dwayne Wade ass spending all that basketball money, because Gabrielle Union know without Dwayne Wade, it should have been broke a long time ago. She know that. That's right. So anyway, let's go, y'all. Let's go. So boom, we know what's up. See when Fat Joe was on Irv Gotti nuts? Still can't prove to me Fat Joe Puerto Rican. Ha 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 ha. Remember I told you Fat Joe was always on black men nuts, always on anybody nuts. Anybody make hits, he on the ass. This when he was on Irv Gotti nuts. What's love got to do with that? One of his only hits he got from back then, his corny ass. Got to do with that. With Ashanti and Ja Rule. But the reason why Fat Joe here, because when Ashanti dissed Irv, Fat Joe tried to diss Irv. Guess why? I showed y'all the other day. Remember I showed y'all the flyer with Ja Rule, Fat Joe, and Ashanti? Because Fat Joe, fat ass, was going to Dubai getting money with Ashanti. So guess what Fat Joe did? He turned on Irv Gotti too before he died. That's right, because Fat Joe is a bitch. That's right. But when you winning, Fat Joe be on your nuts. Huh? When you be winning, he's a white pillager from the Caucasus Mountains. Huh? When you winning, they be on your nuts. Can't prove to me he's Puerto Rican, guys. No, man. R. Kelly wasn't pink like them, y'all. I see it. I know what happened, man. The gangster rappers had to be super, super pink. Pink program. Did I not prove Fat Joe pink? But I didn't see this picture that Fat Joe was pink a long time ago. They were mad at R. Kelly, man, because R. Kelly was the master of the woman, y'all. He was the master of the woman. It's just plain and simple. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. When it comes to the industry, they was never going to have their way the way they wanted to as long as he was around. He was a threat to all of those punks. And I think also R. Kelly had a lot of dirt on him. And I think R. Kelly might have knew about their rainbow behavior way back then. I think R. Kelly might have been the type to have women talking to his ass. I think, goddamn it, Aaliyah might have stick dildos and Dame and Jay-Z and went back and told R. Kelly. I think some stuff was going down, man. Because I think between no woman, we know from Spark, we know the truth, man. I think R. Kelly had that pipeline with the woman telling him everything, and he controlled all of their ass. And I also think that he was always a threat to them punk-ass rappers, man. Because them rappers were pink, y'all. And they knew R. Kelly was a ladies' man. Even if he was bisexual, that man was more about women than men, period. So if that's the case, them guys ain't about women, period. No, y'all, Fat Joe been pink. He just kept talking about the white since back then. That's about it. Now I know Fat Joe pink. He been rich all these years, allegedly. He never even got caught in one cheating scandal like Offset because he don't like coochie. Plus, I know Bambaataa got him. Who's real young. Bambaataa got him first. Let's go. Huh? So like I said, Irv Gotti believed in DMX. You can see back then, DMX probably was still smoking hardball. See what I'm saying? And Jay-Z was wearing cheap-ass coats. So all you got to know is back then, Irv was the man. He believed in both of their ass, and both of them were nobodies. That's it. Especially Jay-Z. So we're going to leave that part alone. That's proven. Now, let's go to the Met Gala. Megan Thee Stallion, ratchet ass, snuck her phone in and was filming, and they're not supposed to do that. So even though we just talking about Megan, her ass is filming people without their permission, sneaking cameras in to show her fans that she's there. This is the dumb shit y'all been doing following dummies. All right, you had an exclusive event. You can't indulge in the moment. You're focused on showing the event where you're at instead of actually enjoying yourself where you're at because you're an idiot. Megan and them started that. Enjoy the damn experience. Everything you do is not for everybody. This is my opinion. I don't want you where I'm at. If you're not there, you're not there. So what am I going to show you? I'll show you after I'm finished. No, you're not here, right? So I'm not showing you nothing. Plus, this is a ceremony place, y'all. There's some other stuff going in. They ain't supposed to film nothing, no cameras. Her ass filming. That's Andrew Reese you're looking at. Andrew Reese right there. You're looking at Megan, Andrew Reese, and that other chick. So you see them, right? Just showing you, man. Still being weird. She in there filming. They supposed to be doing that. But I just said that because it was people cooking Megan for that shit. Yeah, they was cooking her. You know, basically saying like, you acting like you ain't never been nowhere before. Who else been getting cooked? Simone Biles was slammed by fans for taking part in Kentucky Derby tradition. All right. The public had a lot to say about Simone Biles Kentucky Derby. All right. All I'm saying is this. I've been telling you the narrative that all of them are getting slandered, all of them are getting bad news, trash, some kind of way. I'm just showing you the narrative. All right. Update on Diddy in court. Allegedly, if I'm not mistaken, somebody had to face some people. They still tap dancing. This thing ain't started. Remember, I told you this is the pregame. It ain't get started yet. It ain't even started yet. Let's go. Here we go, y'all. Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is a freak, y'all. No more questions of this. No more ifs, ands about it, y'all. Shannon is a freak. Freak weirdo, y'all. Hornball. Can you see how people been doing homework on Shannon, y'all? This is Shannon with his hand on his daughter, y'all. But before his hand gets there, all I'm just saying, who puts their hand on their daughter's hips? Buttocks, upper hip. Who does that? This dude is weird, y'all. Even a mother ain't gonna do that. Anyway, man. Draymond Green, we got to get him, y'all. Do I got to get him? Gotta let people know he ain't my peoples. I don't rock with none of that. You see why I've been stopped claiming that? That's why I stopped claiming that word, y'all. Draymond Green is trying to use the race card. Oh, it's so corny and boring. And oh, my God. Excuse this episode, y'all. Draymond Green don't know that we know he's pink. Then you're going to say everybody that's pink always want to claim black. Everybody that's purple, green, yellow, orange, red, all that stuff, they always want to talk this black talk. Draymond Green are getting exposed. Long story short, he pulled the stunt because he's an actor. Any basketball player you see do commercials, movies, they're actors. He pulled the race card because he don't want to talk. Because they saying Draymond Green, he come with this narrative of they're trying to paint him as the angry black man. Negro, you are angry and you are black. And I mean, you're black for real. Told you black is their own people. That's him. I'm not playing with you. All right? They think different, act different. They different. Why am I saying that? Because I got to let it be known. Disclaimer, I'm not him and he ain't me. I don't know nothing about this dude. And plus, he don't know that I know that him and LeBron James staged the illest event to help LeBron James win the championship, allegedly, because we already got proof around here. We already went through the whole thing. See, we know Draymond Green, you and LeBron were in favor when 44 was in office. That's why you can't get in no trouble in the NBA. You're not going to get in no trouble because you work for somebody. You're used to. All right, your whole job was to be the enforcer for Steph Curry. So if Steph Curry going to be a politician one day, you're going to be his muscle. All right. Other than that, Draymond Green, we know when you kicked LeBron in the nuts, it was all put together. And we also know what you and LeBron be doing. That's right. And we also know you're signing LeBron James' company. But what you don't know is everybody is tired of y'all old Negroes. They tired of you. They see through you. They know you're liars and actors, and nobody believes you. I heard white people roasting you, Draymond. They say, oh, my God, Draymond trying to use the black card. We cannot believe this. Roasting his ass. Meanwhile, he's a bum. He don't score 10 points. His job is to watch over the NBA and beat on people in the locker room. He's an enforcer, a fruity enforcer. So he's saying they're trying to say he's an angry black man. Meanwhile, the whole world saw this angry black man knock Jordan Poole in the head. Told you they think you're stupid. They think you're dumb. You saw Draymond Green commit black on black crime with Golden State, and he still played for them. He don't drop no points. Anybody else would have been got fired, been got fired. Even though I seen him get a commercial after that. After that, he was in the Kia commercial because the NBA rewarded him. Why? Draymond Green, LeBron also work for ESPN. They work for NBA. Huh? That's they do. So you're going to see they won't stop lying. And I don't care. It's just that he used the black card and it's trending around the world. Yup. Draymond Green used the black card saying, y'all only messing with y'all. Keep messing with me because you trying to paint me as the angry black man. He said because I'm rich, successful, and I'm educated. Y'all trying to make me the angry black man. Meanwhile, we don't see him knock Jordan Poole head off. All right? His own teammate. Because he's a hater. And he's a punk. Straight punk. You ever see how Draymond dressed off that court? I told you, on the court, they solid. They thorough. Off that court, flower. Draymond Green is a tall dandelion. That's about it. Just a pink one. That's about it. That's what he is. So, he's a bully, and I don't like bullies. He done bullied so many people. He beat on foreigners, y'all. He's a bully. He's a bully. But you're going to see his ass bow down to who? His ass bow down to LeBron. His ass bow down to Steph, because that's who he worked for, right? Barry said, hey, you're going to protect LeBron, and you're going to protect Steph. By any means, you make sure they get those rings, Draymond, and you're going to get one too. And that's what happened. And I dare somebody to challenge me on that one. That's right. I don't live in fantasy land. Those rings were staged. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Staged on a beautiful stage. Because y'all didn't understand since back then I knew basketball was wrestling. Yes, it is. It ain't just about no magnet. It's about that shit is wrestling. Why? Y'all didn't put together. Draymond Green be fronting. What they say? Draymond Green always cursed the refs out. He never get in trouble. Because you didn't understand that the referees work for the NBA and Draymond Green worked for the NBA. That's why the refs control the game because they work for the NBA. And whatever they say, go. So, therefore, when you with the NBA and you cool with the rest of your family, you ain't going to get in trouble. It's very simple. You know damn well black-ass Draymond Green, bum-ass supposed to be kicked out the NBA. All right, so stop it. Other than that, the Golden State, these guys are about to be 40, y'all. Draymond Green. This is black on black crime around the world. So I had to let your black folks know, Draymond, that you out here spreading lies that people trying to make you the angry black man when you done prove you're a black terrorist, fool. What is wrong with you? So I told y'all, when I just showing, I want y'all to get what I've been saying because I get to prove it. When I said this behavior is not tolerated no more. You don't get mad at racism. Then again, you get mad at racism. Use racism. Don't get mad at rapism. Beat on your own. Still talk about white people. Beat on your own. Still talk about white people. All right? This y'all. My point is, I heard white people laughing at this shit. I hear white people exposing all this shit. Because I told you I listen to white people too. I'm just using the race card to piss you off. And I'm using the race card to let you see how the world look at everybody stupid that believe in what Draymond do. And I hear people co-signing them. What they say? Well, you know, Draymond Green, he plays his role on the team. What, acting like a told you, man. How am I supposed to go every day without saying the N-word when N-words keep doing stuff? Then again, I don't care because they're not my people. I'm just going to keep letting y'all know that. All right? So keep letting y'all know that. I look at my own plumps. No, y'all, he's a savage, y'all. They all savages. They all horny, they all hornballs, y'all. Meaning, all these guys know is basketball and basketballs. Other than that, they're all idiots. I'm going to leave it at that. Because he didn't even get in trouble. This was a damn assault charge knocking his man head off. So guess what? Golden State Warriors let him do it. They let him do it. Why? They the ones filmed it. Then what? They the ones leaked the film. Simple. They let Draymond do this. And this was, I'm telling you, he enforcer. So when they leak this tape, just let any of them young boys know. You come in this league, young boy? You think you outshine the league? Jordan Poole, you jacking up shots? You gonna disrespect Steph like that, fool? Ain't nobody gonna be bigger than Steph. And y'all see this over there, Lonzo? Y'all all gonna see this. None of y'all gonna be bigger than LeBron. So y'all gonna watch this. Bam! You're gonna make a league to put all y'all in line. That's what that was for, y'all. Ever since then, young boy head down. They just jack up shots. They nameless now. They all nameless. If you really pay attention, you'll see none of them young boys even want to name no more. And then what the other black boy said, he don't want to be the face no more. Why? It's not y'all league no more. But what you don't know is Draymond worked for the NBA, LeBron worked for the NBA, and they tricked their ass. They tricked their ass to be their spokesman. They tricked their ass to push their orders. So everything Draymond and LeBron pushed was for a favor of the NBA. And now you're going to see nobody brand will ever be bigger than the NBA again. And that's because of Kobe. That's because of Jordan. That's also because of Iverson. People that was in the NBA and our present day that became bigger than the NBA. with influence. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. Everybody wanted to be like Iverson. Everybody wanted to be like Kobe. But nobody wanted to be like LeBron or Draymond. Get it? Because they were the NBA's favorite, y'all. There will be no more black, independent, rich branding off our leagues no more. NBA or NFL. Take it somewhere else, Deion Sanders. Kept telling y'all what it's about. Kept telling you what it's about. Y'all will never in your life make yourself a Jordan logo brand. So your brand will be with all these brands right here. Because the only brand in basketball that can stand right here of anybody of a black complexion is a goddamn Jordan logo. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody check me right now. Since they want to talk that black talk, what black logo could shit right there? And you holler at me. And I'll wait. So I'm going to show you who've been talking and talking and talking and talking. I know who LeBron don't work for. Their job was to make sure none of these people, period, TV, acting, make sure they brand never, ever explodes, gets big, become a household name, become a universal brand. Never. That's why I told you they were tricked not to do the dunk contest because that make the brand go. So I just want y'all to see. You've been dealing with lies and cap, y'all. Finally, you can see it. No logos, no ownership, no nothing. So what am I telling you? Draymond Green and them work for the corporations, y'all. They job, I know it sounds tricky and crafty. They was playing this game, y'all. Player empowerment meant we speak up for the players, but we really say what the NBA want to do. So their job was also, that's why they're sticking around. They are old bastards oppressing the young people, y'all. Keeping their ass in line. Breaking the young boys for the new generation. Play, shut up. Play, shut up. That's it. That's what they pushing, y'all. Get it? Our era, we was able to shine. We was shining. See, the last era shining gonna be them. Nobody gonna be bigger than Steph. Nobody gonna be bigger than, you see, it's some shit they doing, y'all. This how the NBA is gonna, and these ownerships are gonna get out of having to pay people. Because now you ain't a star. We don't gotta pay y'all no more. 50 million, 100 million. You ain't doing that shit. No, you are nobody. You gonna play or not. That's why they had to tone it down. Meaning, you'll see anybody that was shining, one of them came. Somehow they got put one of them and their career got over after that. Or they was never the same. Devin Booker, my proof, he one of them. Who else? A lot of them. Andrew Wade, a lot of them, man. Let's just keep going, man. I told you Ashanti was trying to be like Christian Rock. They ain't believe me, though. They want to act like Ashanti wasn't trying to be a young girl, and her and Nelly did not turn into Blueface and Christian Rock. Why? Because these are the two that were tearing up the internet. They were tearing up the internet because it was money behind them and people behind them. It was shit. The whole purpose of them, y'all, was to push as much ignorance as possible and get everybody to follow these stupid ass. Yep. Yeah. Artificial celebrities. But Ashanti actually did try to be like Christian Rock, y'all. I'm not playing. Yep. I was watching this shit the whole time. That's how desperate she was, y'all. When she wasn't winning. Not playing with y'all. Trying to steal her whole shit. I can show you more than one occasion. So I got proof of her trying to steal Nicki formula and Christian. Because that's how much Ashanti wasn't winning. Y'all told she had to watch it. She had to watch everybody pass her, y'all. It's the truth. And if Nelly was not friends with Diddy, he would not be married to Ashanti, y'all. It's just the truth, y'all. They really two losers. I got to be honest with you. Yep. The only reason why they two losers because of their affiliations, all right? She's just a loser because she was accused of going to Dubai doing stuff. And he's a loser because he's been with Diddy throughout the years. And he did a lot of nasty stuff. That's why he's a loser. So even though they got money, they still was just like them. And Ashanti got tired of y'all. When she saw Christian trending every day, she couldn't take it no more. And your mama loves Smokey. All right? So I need somebody to prove to me that Smokey was black. But you didn't know back then, anybody with an afro, they called him black. Nah, y'all, I hate them days, man. So now y'all see when y'all was talking about y'all want to wear bell bottoms again, bro. Y'all family, but see why I was ready to roast y'all last? Y'all talking about wearing bell bottoms. I started thinking about them days right there, man. All right, days like that when them people had all that shit in their house, big ass furniture, big ass couches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's them. That was Smokey from, y'all. That's the house he first started touching on people at. Yeah, or he got touched on. It looked like one of them traumatized house doing it, y'all. So my point is this. This the house Smokey was doing his dirt at. Yeah. Yo, y'all, Smokey Robinson had modern day slaves in his house, y'all. Facts. Y'all thought it was a game, right? Does it not look like a plantation? If he had illegals on his property, and they was on his property for about 18 years, what does that tell you, y'all? He had slaves. But y'all didn't know that was a modern day slavery. People in this country not supposed to be here working for other people, and they're not getting paid no salary. And they can't tell because they ain't supposed to be here. And they sex toys. So that's why you're going to see when the threats came out that everybody without paperwork getting locked up, it is so many jobs open now. Because, yo, I'm going to say it again. Even the rich people lost their helpers, y'all, because they don't want to get caught by ICE. Yes, businesses did not want to get caught by ICE. It is so many jobs open right now because a lot of workers had to flee, y'all. It's funny. It's for real. It's hilarious, too, yeah. The workers had to flee, y'all. Yes, because everybody was getting that free, cheap labor, man. And the number one people get cheap, free labor is these bastards. That's what the trafficking about. When this cartel got 20 Mexicans, they ain't supposed to be here, right? But they all know how to build houses. They all know how to furnish houses. Entertainers using them to remodel their homes, build up their equity, do their stuff, lay down their marble floors and all that. That's what all that stuff was going on. It'd be so much going on with this stuff, y'all. The same people that can bring them the workers to help, same one that can bring them to work the drugs, and then bring them some woman to have fun with too. That's how it works, y'all. When you really get the concept of these foreign people they deal with. Then when we say foreign, they deal with all type of foreign countries. But it's all off the books under the table. That's why the neighborhoods had to burn down, y'all. Because it's too many of them with too much stuff going on. And like some people said, Palisades and all that burnt to hide the evidence. Some people believe that. It does make sense. Because they were getting away with a lot of dirt, y'all. So guess what? My thing is with Smokey, I believe it. Because if those people was not supposed to be in the country and allegedly they couldn't speak English, man, I know what Smokey was doing. Plus, what they're not telling, which I assume somebody sold him to his ass. That's how the shit go down, y'all. This is how it go, y'all. See, let me show you how they trick you. You don't be no low-level maid and you live wherever you live at, and then every day you drive to the rich neighborhood to go work for Smokey and then go home. It don't work like that. No, you work for Smokey, your ass on his property, you work, this is where you work at, you ain't leaving. And then when they can't speak English, no paperwork, I know what's up. Smokey had a slave. Smokey had a lot of slaves. Yes, he did, y'all. That's how it go. Smokey might have been low-key trafficking, y'all, because that's how the shit go. All right? Robinson, 85, is facing a $50 million lawsuit filed by 4 former housekeepers who accuse him of RAPE, sexual assault, and creating a hostile work environment. What does that mean? Touching on their ass, groping them, doing all type of nasty stuff, making them give them head. Hostile work environment. Friday, y'all. TGI, we gonna be live happy hour later, y'all. What's up, family? Good to see y'all, man. What's up, RT? All right, let's go. The plaintiffs, all Hispanic women, identified as Jane Does, 1 through 4, allege that the abuse occurred between 2006 and 2024. At Robinson's residence in California and Las Vegas, they claim Robinson coerced them into... My bad, y'all. While I was talking about this, I was thinking about Aaron Hall already on the run. I'm like, damn, man, what the fuck these R&B dudes been doing, man? Y'all got y'all approved. I'm going to finish this real quick. I'm gonna finish this real quick. Cause I ain't gonna lie, cause Aaron Hall was running his mouth. He was bragging on Vlad, talking about when you get the glory of Vlad. I'm just thinking about Aaron Hall was talking on that perversion. They giving you the proof, y'all. Y'all forgot, man. Y'all forgot them R&B singers that had 5 women at a time. Let's go. They claim Robinson coerced them into non-consensual sexual acts, often without protection. Smokey having raw sex. And they non-consensual. You damn right they non-consensual. It ain't about him RAPing. Don't nobody want to have sex with no 85-year-old man. You damn right that ain't consensual. The woman said, hell no, Smokey. We might can't speak English, but no. That's it. So, would you want to have sex with that? That man, 85 years old weirdo with no condom on top of that? I ain't gonna lie, Smokey did this. That's worse than rape, man, because he's a freak weirdo, man. That shit deep. He weird, y'all. You know what this is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't think it's no woman that'll willingly give it to him. I don't think so. That's how weird he is. An 85-year-old man on Viagra, like Smokey. Come on, y'all. Stop that shit. Man, Smokey got him on makeup and sister T. Man, he need to stop his bullshit. I know Smokey be getting pegged. I know what that woman do to you, boy. Better stop your bullshit, Smokey. Your ass weird. All right? So don't try to find your manhood in your housemaids. Because the whole time, if you got this woman, what you doing in there groping? But then again, y'all probably was running trains on their ass. I believe that shit. Let me find out y'all the first Will and Jada. Let me find out y'all the first T.I. and Tiny, man. Oh, shit, y'all. We looking at the first T.I. and Tiny of this shit, y'all. Oh, shit. I believe it, man. Smokey. How the hell you get accused of the same thing T.I. and Tiny was doing? I call them tag team. They said T.I. and Tiny would get them chicks in the room and they put them in wrestling, all type of shit. They said Russell Simmons would put women in wrestling moves. What the hell is wrong with y'all? No, I believe all this shit now. I ain't co-signing none of y'all shit. Anything they say about all y'all believe it. Fuck all that. That's right. All I know is Smokey, Luther gone, your weird ass still here. Hey, they say Luther was fruity. Luther ain't act like you and ain't look like you. And he wasn't no weirdo like you, Smokey. So I don't want to hear none of your shit. James Brown dead, but you still here. Nah, Smokey, your ass weird. We have no proof of nothing to you. Man, I don't even know if you a man. I don't know what you are, Smokey. I don't know what you are. I know you ain't black. No, people, y'all. These people are their own race. They're their own race, guys. But you got to remember this. The longer you stay in this game, the more you get turned out. So from this day on, y'all, look at every celebrity when they came in, and then you just measure where they at now. So if Smokey was in this shit from the 60s, this fool in his 80s, which means he's a super freak. He's a super weirdo. If he walked down the street, he'll scare babies. I'm talking about a freak like that. He'll get them, he'll scare them. Yes, y'all, he's weird. See that? And he's not black. That's all. Nope. You see how your ancestors got pranked? Give them fake black history, fake black celebrities back then. Give them everything fake on that black and white TV. I don't think they started giving them stuff that was real till color came out and the Vietnam War was over. Yeah, they would give them a lot of fake stuff. Yep. I know back then, man, they used to be cracking up behind the scenes. No such thing as internet couldn't prove nothing. Nope. Smokey Robinson ain't black, y'all. He might be mixed, but I don't know if they were mixing races before he was born. I don't know. I think he was the first experiment. If we can trick, I think. Oh, I get it. Oh shit. They trolled us, y'all. They trolled us again. They trolled us. Smokey Robinson was the first Eminem from Detroit, y'all. He was the first white singer that went for black. That was him. Oh shit, I get it. I cracked the code, y'all. He was the first Eminem. Smokey Robinson, white. He white, y'all. He not black. He the first Eminem. White on the outside, black on the inside. I get it. That was the joke. I'm telling you, they pranked our people. Y'all think I'm bullshit. No, I ain't. They pranked us, y'all. He was the first Eminem of his day, y'all. Smokey Robinson, man. Because remember, Smoke could be white. Smoke might be black. That's Smokey, man. That's Smokey Robinson. Fresh out of Detroit. So I peeped it, man. That's why you was famous. You was the first white man that was the hellified singer with a hellified voice, and they passed you off as black, and that shit worked. And you were the first Eminem. Same home as Detroit. Same home as Eminem. Man, I did it clear as day. Smokey was the first Eminem, y'all. Yes, he was, y'all. He was the first Eminem. How I know that? Because he came back to troll our ass. Because back then, they tricked us. They made him put on brown contacts and look black. See? You forgot. They reversed it. See, you put on blue and green, Smokey put on brown contacts. Then, when it was all over with, Smokey popped out as himself. Smokey white, y'all. Yeah, man. Damn, he the first Eminem of R&B. Yo, that shit deep. See? Eminem, 8 Mile. Smokey from 8 Mile too, y'all. That's the house right there. Smokey was a white R&B singer. Goddamn. Guess what? Y'all know I do on this channel. Y'all know I be talking, I start shit. But guess what? Now I'm going to say one thing. Now you got to prove me wrong, y'all. I said about Fat Joe, they ain't prove me wrong. Now you got to prove me wrong, y'all. That's it. I want somebody to prove me wrong. Come back later. Prove to me Smokey Robinson is black. He the first Eminem, y'all. He is, man. Yup. The first white man that can sing his ass off on Motown. That's right. That's him. Yup. And the first white man to sing them notes have black women falling out. That's Smokey. Yup. Then he flipped it on you, Smokey, when Smokey flipped it to the dreads. See how y'all old the dreads? Smokey Ben had that. Yeah. Sister T proved me wrong. Nah, man. Smokey was the first Eminem, y'all. He was. So I think they knew our ancestors were dumb a long time ago. All right, y'all. I'm challenging all of y'all. You have to prove to me he's black. If you can't do that, he was the first Eminem of our day. Not ours, our ancestors. I'm talking about our mamas and the rest of them. All right? Because they didn't know no better on them black and white TV. They was pranking their ass, y'all. All right? And remember who cracked the code. Smokey Robinson was white. Because remember, Smokey be white, it could be black. He's white. Smokey. All right, y'all, let's go. So I believe in Smokey. Because I believe your ass is being a plantation owner. That was that white blood in your ass, all right? I believe that shit now. I believe it. I believe you was treating them people like straight trash. And I believe you and your nasty wife was taking turns on them people. Because they can't scream. That's what I keep telling these people. Hopefully they'll get it. Even though trafficking over, I want y'all, let's go back in time how this stuff was going down. When you get kidnapped and you sell your ass and you at this property, you screaming, who the fuck gonna hear you? And you somewhere, and all this stuff you looking at got undergrounds. There's another thing too, y'all. All of these stuff got underground. All of their house got underground action. That's the part they don't tell you neither. All right. So my point is, when you in their property, nobody. That's why it's all strategic. That's why when you go to their property, right, it'd be a gate first. It's gonna be some walking. It's always gonna be off away from the people, so you will not be heard or saw. And they're going to see you before you see them. So anything they got to deal with, they deal with. They got money for trap doors, all that shit, y'all. They different, y'all. They different because of the life they live, and they know their house is their compound. It's the truth, y'all. So I believe I believe Smokey is also like a little peek at what really been going on in Hollywood and what they really be doing, y'all. Because I've been on this far as I know they purposely get housekeepers that don't speak English, and they also get the ones that's not supposed to be here. Because they know I'll still out the house, maybe. You know, you might still out the house. No, you're going to be nosy. You're going to see too much, and they don't want us in their house. They don't want us nowhere around their shit. Get it? And we're going to tell other people, we're going to pull up on our day off and show people their house. They don't want us there. They want people that can't speak English, don't know where they at, and ain't going to tell nothing. Because you know, it's common sense. Their mansion is their personal life. Nobody gets that close to them. No celebrity even get that close to them. So the housekeeper is closer to Diddy than Jay-Z is, because that's the truth. Because they right there. They know everything. So, and they have to trust them like that. The housekeeper know when people die by mistake and all that stuff. And they use the housekeeper to do dirt too and dirty work. Clean the body up. Get it? Freak off over with. Housekeeper know everything. That's how, you see, that's why I'm going to keep telling y'all. That's why we're stupid. We're dumb, because all the people that know stuff, they can't say nothing because they don't speak English. The housekeepers know everything about the freak offs. You know what I'm saying? Those servers, they know everything, but they can't say nothing. Same thing with the servers, the chefs. No speaking English. You can't tell, y'all. That's how I go. So anyway, Smokey with the shits. Smokey getting smoked now. All right? Smokey was the first Eminem, y'all. That's it. All right? The first Eminem of R&B. You know that music you love? Yeah. I told you in the 60s, they was troll. Yo, y'all, on this channel, I busted them pulling so many pranks in the 60s. When I found out that they actually get more stuff done with pranks, and I found out they're the master pranksters, the makers of the whoopee cushion, they prank so many people. Yo, y'all, when I seen so much, that's why I say I don't want to talk about it right now because I just don't want to go there, right? But I'm not playing, y'all. I swear. Just do me this favor, all y'all. Whenever the next time they show you any black and white stuff on TV, just watch some of that stuff now. I bet you see through a lot of that shit and you probably start laughing, man. So you mean to tell me we gonna walk slow on purpose so the dogs can bite us and we ain't gonna run. We just gonna keep walking, let the dogs bite us. And what we gonna do? All right. And what we gonna do? We just gonna walk, let the dogs tear our ass up while we just walking. And everybody walking behind us like everything normal. We just getting tore up. All right, y'all. All right. All right. All right. I said to Tim, I'm going to get out of here. Yeah. Enjoy y'all. I'll be back later, y'all. I ain't going to drag it out. Because guess what? To tell you the truth, y'all, hopefully y'all got something out of today. To me, it was straight boring. Because I don't care about no damn Smokey. I hate the 70s. I hate the 60s. I hate all that stuff. Yes, I do, y'all. I hate all them times, man. That's right. Sorry about that, y'all. No disrespect to nobody born at that time, but I know the truth, man. That was a time all these lies started. That whole era was lies, y'all. That was all lies. 60s, 70s, man, that was all lies. I swear to God it was. Name something. I'll tell you right now. I ain't finished yet. Diddy's unorthodox defense explained there's no crime at being a freak. That's a defense. We were being freaky. I ain't doing it to nobody. So until it's proven, that's a defense. Ain't no crime with being a little freaky. Yo, I wish I could have heard him say that shit in court. No, y'all, they freaks and they proud of it, man. That's who they are, man. All right? Now y'all get it, right? That's why they're goats, y'all. They're horny goats. That is why they are the goats of Hollywood, y'all. All right? They are the horny ones, guys. And 9 times out of 10 when they get in trouble, it's going to be sexual shit because they sexual deviants, guys. You got to get it, man. They deal with that horny energy. That's what they're going to do. So they still troll the narrative of the black man as a hornball. Pick one. They're going to try to hump on you in their 50s still. Actually, they're going to try to hump on you more in their 50s than when they was 20. And they're going to still hump on you when they're in their 80s too. Because they don't stop. They look for coochie till the day they die. Because they know they might not own shit. They might not have a lot be respected. But they know they can try to get a lot of coochie till the day they die. Yup. A long time ago, black man was taught that coochie was an accomplishment. Yup. When Master picked him to go in that barn and drop his load, he was proud that he was the favorite. So a lot of men still think like that, y'all, in 2025, that they can't keep their thing in their pants, man. Or they hump anything, man. That's what they do, man. So now y'all got it, right? Don't put me on the stand because I'm going to tell her what it is. Yes, Your Honor, he's a freak. He's weird. But for real, y'all, Shannon Sharpe the one need to be brought on charges. Him and Smokey. No, I ain't going to put it on Smokey and let Shannon Sharpe walk around because I ain't got no proof of Smokey doing this. You got your proof, y'all. TGI Friday is May 2025. It's over for Shannon, LeBron, and the rest of them, y'all. Stand up. This man's a pervert. All right? A perv. Told you he was going to be up there TV. This what Shannon Sharpe is doing to his daughter, y'all. That's his daughter. That's his daughter. And they saying that out of all his kids, his oldest be the main one up under him. Like, she ain't got no life or something like that. He go on dates with his daughter, all that. He's weird. I'm just saying that because he's weird. He's fucking weird. And on top of that, he did it on national TV again. And we don't know, like, see, this is what I was talking about too, how you know how they be on these shows? And the ones with the camera, they see everything. So I said this with Molly. The people that did this original film that work at Fox, they could have been in the room editing and been seeing this shit. Oh, you go, guys, you see this? Shannon's put his head. He probably rewinded the brain. They probably been saw this, y'all. That's how this shit worked. The editors been knew what he was doing. Cause for real, y'all, when it first come on, it's kind of like he kind of remember just the hand. It didn't start out like that. That's what I'm gonna say. It didn't start like that. It's like he rubbed across it, y'all, and then put it. And that I don't, y'all. Okay, matter of fact, I want to make this clean. Woman, I'm gonna ask ladies. Ladies, would this be considered touching your ass? So basically, if a man did this to you, he won't get in trouble. It's okay. That's all I want to know. Is this an ass or is this a hip, waist? What is it? I still know hip is flirty. Hip is flirty. Waist is flirty, right? But it's just his hand on her ass. Shannon, you should be ashamed of yourself. The question is, who the hell still watch Shannon? That's what I want to know. Who the hell still watch? Yo, y'all ever see been in trouble? I don't want to hear his mouth. I don't want to see his face. I ain't got nothing to do with Shannon, man. Because what make it so bad for Shannon, y'all, he was talking that black stuff for so long, y'all. And then he tried to use the black. I'm done with Shannon. I'm going to watch Shannon drown. Yup. That ass. It's on that ass, ain't it? It's on, and it's on that ass, right? It's gripped up, right? I see the top of that ass. I know that's what I say. That's the top of the ass. That palm is on the top of that ass. Man, that nigga disgusting, man. That's what I ain't want to say that word. He disgusting, y'all. Shannon, you should be locked up, bro. Straight up. Hope you got to pay that $50 million. Straight up, bro. And I believe you did it to your daughter. I believe you, man. You nasty, bro. You a sick weirdo. I believe it, y'all. I believe they all weird. I believe it. Yes, I do. You see his daughter got his chin. But I believe it, man. But what I'm showing you is what? People doing homework on Shannon. They doing homework. They're not stopping. They're exposing his ass. This whole video concept was Shannon and his daughter got some shit going on. Allegedly, man. That he got favoring his daughter for a reason. That's what they pushing on that dude, y'all. They not playing with Shannon. Then I tell you, I said, he going to be off the TV, but he going to try to live on YouTube. Then I said, they're going to run his ass off YouTube too, because he going to be under attack by so much content every day. That's what I wanted y'all to see. And I think when I saw this, y'all, I think this had like 90,000 views, man. I'm telling you, man, he's done. They pushing that man doing stuff with his daughter, y'all. Guess what it is? AI video. AI video. So what that mean? No face, no case. No lawsuits. No, y'all, you got your proof, man. Hollywood Freaks. Y'all remember that song? Old school hip-hop heads. Remember that song Nice and Smooth had? It's the return of the hip-hop freaks. Yeah. All right, so on that note, man, that's what they are, freaks, guys. See that? Palming his daughter ass. Smokey accused of stuff. You got all generations. That's who they are, y'all. They're not tell you it's going to be one particular face, going to be the freaks of this shit. They're not tell you these people with this face bear the mark. They're the ones that are going to get all the blame for all the nasty shit because they the goats. I keep telling y'all that. All right? They got busted, pimped out, and that's who they are, y'all. So they do it to other people. So being able to get done to them, they do it to other people. So I know what time it is. When you heard about that freak off at the with LeBron had on the towel with Diddy and them when they was at the Estefans, another rich old couple. Cause y'all forget them rich old couples be freaky. Know what I'm saying? You old lady, you want to have some fun. You get what I'm saying? You ain't no old lady playing around. You ain't about to be just like that old man. He ain't about to be playing around, not taking over averages. No, they want to have fun. They want to watch. They want to do stuff. They want to feel good. I mean, they want to feel young again. I'm talking about feel good like that. They want to feel important, like they're young, like they run. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel their old ways when they was a superstar. Yes, y'all. Older they get, more delusional, more horny, more weird. Yes. Do some of that stuff y'all young people be doing. Let us watch, y'all. Let us watch. Weird like that, man. Weird, bro. That's what they do. So you're going to see the same. I think, look, what they're not telling us in that Diddy situation with the Estefans, I think they were running trains and they were watching at their house because the man they got from the club, he said he was out of his mind and he needed an ambulance. But I think the Estefans was there watching. You get it? That's how they do. So we about to get out of here, y'all. Salute M. Tiger, we out for real this time. Shout out to everybody that's up, everybody that caught the replay, everybody that's in the background. Appreciate all of y'all. Enjoy y'all day. Much better stuff coming. Trust me on that. Make sure y'all tap in later and make sure y'all tap in on Sunday. But yeah, it's going down, y'all. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be playing Pick One. Yeah, we're going to play that later. Yeah, Pick One. Something like that. Got a few things lined up. All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy your day for one. And on top of that, man, just be good out here. Stay away from them haters, man. And life is good. Remember that. We out. One. Yeah, I appreciate it. It takes me more to do it with, like, when I'm talking about people that I'm not really interested in or what they got going on, it actually take more work from me. It does. Like when I'm talking about stuff I want to talk about, that's when I be having fun. But like I said, y'all, it's a lot of reasons why I said this game over with, because it's just for me personally, they're all dry, they're old, and they're boring, and they didn't do nothing new. So I've been done with them, y'all. I've been seeing them my whole life. So that's really why I'm done with all of them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they didn't do nothing good, they didn't do nothing great. They're just a fake. They remind me how much people failed, because they all are bad stories. You know, they all are depressed. Like I said, they try to act like they're happy, but they're not. They all miserable. See that? Miserable as hell. When you got to sit in this shit for 30, 40 years, man. When you Smokey Robinson, you can't just go anywhere without no damn security. Then, oh shit, I can't go nowhere because I ain't got no security. But if I get security, it's gonna cost me money. I don't want to pay security. See, that's their life. Told you, y'all. Their whole life is at home. They wanted us in the house. In the pandemic, guess what happened? We went into their world. They're the ones always in the damn house. Y'all forgot that. They got payback. We the ones all outside having our fun, living our life, running around, up or doing whatever we want. They ass had to be in the house. That's celebrity, man. They can't run around do nothing, man. They ass ain't working. They ass in their house. That's it for them, man. Unless, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about personally. I ain't talking about with them and all. I'm talking about them personally. No matter how rich Nikki is, she can't just hop on a car and just go somewhere. They can't do that. What I'm trying to tell you. Then on top of that, they're going to have everybody saying, where you at? Where you going? Where you coming back? No, they're not free, y'all. So that's why I say they want us to be like them. Miserable, in the house, meaning everybody did wrong, just lie all the time, nasty. You know what I'm saying? So I always look at it. How can you be nasty when everything you got money for? So they done proved us that, y'all. They all proved us they got in trouble after they got rich, after they got money, after they got old. So now I see why they say people gonna have dementia. Because that's what I'm looking at. Dementia, y'all. Dementia. The whole point of dementia is when you can't comprehend what world you in, what time you in, and what the hell you doing. You delusional. That's Smokey, y'all. And I believe that woman do be gaslighting his ass. I believe that shit. You still got it, Smokey. All right, remember I told you, man, Smokey was the Eminem of Motown, y'all. That's right. Eminem of Motown, y'all. Smokey Robinson, his name. They added Robinson on to add the blackness to it. We out.